Hello everybody, this is Danny B, joined alongside with Claudia tonight for Classic Race Watch Along. We appreciate everyone stopping by tonight. Little apologies if you was kind of confused on what stream to go to. So YouTube has just kind of made me go to the new style of live streams. Personally, I like the classic style better, but we can get used to this too, I guess. So we are going to be doing our Classic Race Watch Along. If you have any questions for us, as always, feel free to leave it down in the chat. Or if you leave a super chat, it'll probably catch our attention a little bit more. But hope everyone has fun tonight. Remember, no spoilers. Claudia has never seen this race before. I have, though. We're in for a fun night. It is Talladega week. Me and Claudia will be going to the race in Talladega this week, along with a few of our YouTube friends. And we're ready to get in the mood for some Talladega racing. So, strap in, boys and girls. We're in for a big night of Talladega Super Speedway racing.
Hey.
Hello! So, again, if you have a question for us, drop them in the chat or leave a super chat. So, without further ado, let's head on over here. And, yeah, here we go.
Feature up here in the booth. You have us?
I got you, Andy.
Jason, we've been talking
So,
about
it's NASCAR on ESPN, who was broadcasting this one at the time. My allergies are bothering me. I don't have COVID, but my allergies are bothering me like crazy.
How is your job a little different today?
Well, Talladega, most tracks we go to, you do the best you can all day to keep the bounce on the car, keep the car handling well.
So this is definitely one of the more modern races that we've watched in this series. Now we're actually in the Gen 6 era, but at the early days of the Gen 6 era.
Track position, that's going to affect the handling of our Camry the most. So the number one goal today for the 20 Home Depot team is going to be minimizing time on pit road.
So a good thing for Claudia is that she'll recognize more of these guys.
That's true.
All right, Jason. It was good luck today.
Yeah, thanks, Andy.
And as the cars roll out on the first of their 3 parade and pace laps,
At least the quality.
we check out our
Oh, golly.
At least the quality should be pretty good for this one.
Yeah, it's good. ESPN HD.
Danica. What year did she debut in the Cup Series?
2012. Before she
Okay.
debuted.
So this is her second full-time season.
No, this is her first full-time season. She was part-time in 2012.
Oh, sorry. When I asked that question, that's what I meant.
Yeah, this is her true rookie year.
Rookie stripes.
Yep.
Speaking of rookie stripes, I seen something that somebody got a die cast and it only had like one rookie stripe on it.
Oh, that's awkward.
I forget who it was for. There's something online that they got a die cast and everyone's like, what? That don't look right.
Yep.
Something's missing.
Hey, there's Junior.
Yay! Nice full parking lot.
I know, we won't see that on Sunday. Like, I'll be curious.
Ooh, look at the little Wonder Bread.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Oh, and Wonder Bread was really pushing some sponsorship that weekend, and they're sponsoring Kurt Busch in this race.
Ooh, cool. Ricky Bobby.
Unfortunately, they didn't go for Ricky Bobby's game.
They should have.
It looked more like just the bread.
The bread looks
Well,
brown.
The bread, the bag, I guess.
The bag. Well, I guess the bread's not brown. Like the actual bread is white bread. Good enough.
I know. 49ers versus Titans.
Yay! Who won that game?
I can't remember.
Look it up.
Probably we did.
Probably not us.
Ready to race.
Wait, this was what, 2013?
Yeah.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Talladega presented today by 5 Hour Energy. Let's focus on some of the top stories.
Weren't they in the Super Bowl that like earlier that year? In 2013? It was the Ravens versus...
Yeah, I think you're right.
So we probably didn't win that.
Yeah, probably not.
Season, his average plate finish was 32nd. This season, it's 2.3.
Look at that guy in the background. He's like, oh yeah, I'm in the garage. I'm in the pit area.
It's funny saying Vince Welch working for ESPN, because now he's the voice of the Truck Series.
Oh yeah. I like that car.
That's going to greatly affect
Miss
his
Love.
chase chances. Dave Burns?
If Jeff Gordon wins today, it might be because he...
So this is on ESPN?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know you
I'll be
said
honest,
that.
if you like Jimmy Johnson's game from that year, you're very much in a minority. A lot of people did not like his car those years.
Entrance to pit road.
Well, I guess I just like the Liz Blue
Talk to
more than
NASCAR.
anything.
They took some jet dryers.
Okay, we're kicking Danny off the stream.
I know, I'm going to have to go blow my nose, I think. So, Claudia, you keep him company.
And
Oh,
Jeff
gosh.
just saved himself and all the other drivers a big hassle here at Talladega. Jamie?
You want a drink?
Talladega during the chase. For most drivers, it's seen as a survival race, as kind of a crapshoot, but not the 29 of Kevin Harvick. This team, they've been fired up all week long. They see today as an opportunity to win and leave here as the point leaders. Now, he's starting way back in 33rd in a brand new race car, but the team tells me the plan is stay back there as long as possible. Dr. Jerry Punch.
Well, Jamie, everybody in sports loves a good underdog.
There's that Wonder Bread that we were talking about.
The smallest team with the smallest budget in the chase were to win today at NASCAR's biggest track. And what if that team had only won one race since it was formed? And what if the driver in that team had never won a Sprint Cup race at a restrictor plate track? Folks, that makes the 78 car and Kurt Busch a legitimate underdog today. But Alan Bestwick here at Talladega.
I mean, that Wonder Bread car does not look that bad. I mean, I think it'd been cool if they would have went with the Ricky Bobby kind of look, but it's cool they sponsored them for this race.
Everything we learn making tires that face the grueling demands of NASCAR inspires what we roll into yours. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. So what to expect over 500 miles here at Talladega? Well, the drafting, the restricted engine package, the big pack racing creates a lot of lead changes, even with the switch from the Gen 5 car of tomorrow to the Generation 6 race car. The activity level hasn't fallen off up front.
No, it hasn't. And those are the lead changes are just measured at the start-finish line of each lap. There's a lot that takes place around this 2.66 track. A lot of changing times that the actual leader at the previous lap may get back there again before they come back.
And that's thrilling action for us to watch. But you used the phrase as we got ready to come on the air today about what a gut-wrenching 500 miles this will be behind the wheel.
It really is. I can't express enough just how difficult this is, what the drivers go through. You're in there, and even though you may have a spotter, it's up to you to calculate everything that's going on around you. And it is very nerve-wracking, and we'll see these drivers try to get themselves in a position to win.
It's just as nerve-wracking on top of the pit box. I can guarantee you that, because you think you don't have much control over what happens.
Oh, here we go.
And it is very, very nerve-wracking.
The biggest track on the circuit, 2 2/3 miles around, 188 laps for 500 miles. Remember the start-finish line, not in the center of the tri-oval. Past that, past the exit of the pit road, that makes a difference in the outcome at the end of the day as well. We're ready to go racing at Talladega.
All right, green flag. Here we go. Yeah, green flag. Go, go, go.
Alright.
I thought it was funny. I waited for you to read this comment.
Okay.
Where'd it go? Don't look at it. I want to read it to you.
Okay. By the way, brought me a race time snack. These are Grippo's barbecue chips. If you guys have never heard of these, you should definitely try to look them up and try to find them.
Well, I think this is funny. This is not what I was looking for. It says, Claudia, do you want to go fast?
Right.
I want to go fast.
The field lined up according to your speeds from practice on Friday after qualifying Saturday was rained out. That's Jeff Burton, 31, to the outside.
Oh, doesn't that sound familiar for 2020? Qualifying being set up by a random thing.
Oh, really?
Well, not really random or anything. It was like from practice speeds, but...
He was pretty aggressive to try to push that lane forward.
That's been Matt's style, to get himself situated up front. And I think Matt Kenseth understands the draft as well as anyone that's racing out here today.
So this time, this race was in the chase for the Cup, which was before they went to like the current style where it's like playoffs, winning you're in, and eliminations and stuff.
Okay, I can't find it. But basically it was like, Claudia, how much trash are you going to talk if Chase Elliott wins on Sunday and Alex Bowman gets second?
Well,
Done.
she's got to brag about her guy winning 8 or 9 times now, and I've got to brag about mine winning just
caution
twice.
out.
Oh. You blew your motor already.
Go home. Pack it up.
Tony.
But yeah, and I can even brag to say I get to see my guy win in person.
Yeah, I know.
Haha. But too bad it didn't count for anything.
Yeah.
Well, he got $1 million, so it did come for something.
He thinks it counts for a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They were going to try to be up front, and they want to minimize time on pit road. They want to try to spend as much time at the head of this pack as they can. That's not the same.
But didn't that happen, what was it, last spring that Bowman got second to Chase?
And here for the first race, some of
When you were mad that...
At Talladega because
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
because caution come out and Bowman made the move that would have won him the race.
Yeah.
He made the move.
Now they've figured out better ways and where they have to be, so they're going to go back, but maybe not as far back as what they used to with
It's
the
okay. He ended up winning.
but they still going to.
And now I can win when I'm there.
They want to employ that strategy than what I originally thought when we were talking about coming here a few weeks ago.
But hey, last time he come close to winning at Las Vegas, he went out and won the next week. So
Yeah.
it can happen again.
Harvick is right now. He's 42nd, and Tony Raines is pulling into the garage.
I talked to Gil Martin this morning.
He got that momentum. He's like, we're good. I'm going to
He's
win.
capable of going to the front from the back in 70 laps. Then you
Speaking of
probably don't
Bowman
have a car
winning,
that can stay up front.
We
He says
we
they're
saw
just
something
kinda
weird
hang out in the back. They're
on social media before we did this.
until it gets to that last
And all of a sudden, there's now a rumor that Chicagoland, where he got his first victory, along with Kentucky, may lose their Cup date somehow.
Next year.
Yeah, so they might not have a Cup date, which supposedly the 2021 Cup Series schedule is going to come out on Wednesday. So,
Well, the first chunk of it, not all of
okay,
it.
the first chunk of it.
A lot of people don't
So,
like to employ this strategy.
Probably you guys can expect from me, like, I'm not gonna, when it comes out, I'm not gonna go look at it first. I want to look at it like on video and get my reactions to it as I'm looking it up for the first time.
Okay.
And Casey Kane back there with Kevin Harvick, by the way, looking early on.
At least as much as I can, because chances are it'd probably be like some tweet I see. It's like, oh my gosh, Sonoma's gone off, something like that.
Or, oh my goodness, it's like the, third race of the year or something stupid like that. No, wait. But they've already announced it's going to be Daytona and then Miami right behind it, right?
Yeah, and I think Auto Club has a third race of the year.
Yeah,
then you
probably.
basically should have employed the other strategy throughout the day. You need to be going forward at the end of this race, and that might not necessarily get you the win, but in a championship battle.
Oh, so this will be
a lot of spots towards
like,
the end.
what do you think of his car from that year?
I like it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of busy, but I like it.
It looks like the can though.
That's what I was going to say, though. It reminds me of the can.
Just a little bit of an adjustment. and
Like I said, it's busy, but
a lot of guys coming
I
down
think
off the top off
it's fine.
fuel to make sure they can make it to the next run.
It's not like, wow. I don't like the colors of that.
It's fall colors. You love fall.
I know, but
On pit road with an adjustment.
I don't know. I just like that.
So a caution just a couple laps in, and a lot of oil dry being put down in turns 1 and 2 of the Talladega Super Speedway. It's going to take a minute to clean up.
Seeing that Target car just thinks like pretty funny, like being I guess who was it at that time? Was it Juan Pablo or Larson?
Juan Pablo.
Okay. Like wearing Target apparel like out in public. Reminds me of that one time when we went to the grocery store and you were wearing your Dale Jr. Nationwide hat.
Oh yeah.
And the cashier was like, "Do you work for Nationwide?" No.
I'm just a fan.
You don't understand. But it's like, imagine wearing like Target apparel. Like, you work for Target? No.
Well, I think. Who do you think Nationwide is sponsoring at this time?
Dale Jr.?
Nope.
What car number?
That'll probably give it away.
I feel like I've seen that though. I don't know. Tell me.
It's a Ford.
Okay, just tell me. I'm not gonna play this game.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Okay. I did see that on the thing. Okay. Now you did see that because I saw that and I was thinking Dale Jr. and then I forgot.
24 hours after a vicious
Yep, they're sponsoring Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race here in Talladega. Kyle in the 51 outside that
Oh.
one that just got hit,
Look at that.
and it got ugly.
Up and over.
Oh, wow.
And this nasty crash at the finish.
Yeah, he actually came across it and went down and hit the
Damn.
inside pit wall. It's still a high rate of speed.
That was the last year the trucks ran that kind of body style, and then they changed it up to the current truck configuration they have the year after.
Knocked the breath out of him.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
So Kyle having to recover from that to race here at Talladega.
Kyle's had a
Stage.
few nasty shots
Yes,
in
and he
the
hit where there was
super
no
speedway
safer
before.
barrier. So he said the truck was just so hot he had to get out and catch his breath. But I talked to his wife right before the race,
know,
and she
is
said
there a way to
Kyle
get
was
rid of that
sore,
red
but this morning
box?
he woke up and he was ready to do it for
Oh, yeah, hold on.
500 miles. She said
They don't
"I'm
see it
not
on the
ready,"
stream,
but
but-
he was
No.
definitely ready.
Yeah. Fortunately,
Click on
everyone in
that,
that
it's
accident
Okay,
basically
yeah.
okay. Understand that Justin
Well, why is
Martin
that
suffered
left side
fractured
red
bone.
now?
Because it's highlighting a certain part of the scene.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd rather have it off the main
Yeah,
screen.
it's got to be for something, but...
Yeah, we'll take that.
And I just saw it for a split second, but I really loved Brad Keselowski's Miller Lite car from this year.
I'll have to see it when it comes back around because I didn't see it.
There it is.
All at the back of the
Oh,
pack,
blue.
Casey Kane.
No, I don't like that. That's an old Miller Lite logo.
Well, no, I like that old logo, though. I really like the way it looked.
I like the blue car, but not necessarily that logo.
Well, I like they incorporated a little bit of a white effect into it, but then on the side they still had like what they had when he won his championship. It was like something pouring beer into a glass or something.
Yeah, that's cool. Did people not like Jeff Gordon's scheme this year? I've seen somebody in the chat said something about ugly Jeff Gordon's scheme.
It looked better when it actually had DuPont on it. It didn't really work good for Exalta.
Yeah, when I didn't. Well, I saw earlier when they made that comment. I saw the side. I'm like, well, that don't look bad. But I just saw the hood, and I'm like, ew, yeah.
Like, it was what they had for DuPont from like starting in 2009 and moving forward for a little bit, and then I think even 2012 they changed it to a different scheme for DuPont. But then, like, 2013, DuPont was pretty much gone, and it was Exalta. They went back to the scheme he had in 2009, but it just didn't look right with Exalta on it. Like, it worked, but it didn't at the same time.
Look at the 43 leading the field. Eric Almirola.
Yep.
You're not going. I mean, you're going fast. These cars.
We were there when he won his last race at Talladega.
Yep. That was a weird Talladega race. I hope that doesn't happen again.
That was the worst Talladega race I have ever seen, both on TV and in person.
Yeah, so let's not do a race watch along with that one.
Yeah, that will never be on Classic Race Watch Along, folks. Because we can tell you exactly what happened. 4 Stewart-Haas cars break away from everybody, Kevin Harvick leading the entire day, and then he runs out of gas and Almirola wins.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool to see somebody to win that definitely doesn't win a lot.
Yeah, I think him winning was better than seeing Harvick dominate that thing and win.
Yeah.
That was the worst, absolute worst super speedway package that NASCAR's ever had.
Yeah, that was so weird to see 4 cars out by themselves, outrunning like all the rest of the field, you know?
Yeah. Someone said it was Kurt Busch that dominated, not Harvick. That's funny. I remember Harvick dominating it.
I don't know. I just remember this.
Either way, it was all 4 of the Stewart-Haas cars.
Yeah.
To do that, they need to lead the most laps. Matt is one of those guys that can do that here. He can stay out in front because he knows how to use that air.
And the only reason that he missed the big wreck last fall was because he was the man leading the race.
It'll be sad. Sunday will be our last time to see Jimmy Johnson race.
In
NASCAR in person.
I was about to say, because we're going to see him race in IndyCar.
In person.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
As long as COVID don't get a second win.
That's a dagger.
Yeah, and if you're up there leading laps and everything, then that's...
Well, the thing is, with it being a street course, how can they tell you, hey, you can't be on the street? You know, versus like a super speedway, or I say super speedway, but a speedway, you know, you can close your entrance, you know, keep people off the property. But hey, if it's racing on streets, it's like, what prevents me from just walking up and looking?
Well, I guess you can't get right next to it. But
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's public property. It's not like it's private-owned speedway, you know.
yeah, I don't know. I'm really kind of curious, like, how does that really work? I guess you just buy tickets to have, like, a good place to watch it. You
Like
run,
a seat.
Yeah, you run the risk of, like, seeing it in, like, harder to see areas.
In that outside
Yeah.
left. And here they come.
Matt Kenseth coming up to try to take the lead from,
Burton.
yes. I started saying Newman, but was like, wait, no, he's not in that car at that time.
Ah, see, I knew.
14 car, fourth back outside.
Oh, there's Kurt Busch in the 78 Wonder Bread car.
Yeah, I already said that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
Well, you were not here, so you wouldn't have heard that.
Let's see, I'm trying to see who it is. There's Marcus Ambrose in a 9. Okay, 14 is Dylan. I forget what happened to Tony Stewart at that time. I think he might have been injured at that time. So Austin Dillon was driving this car.
Oh, okay. Well, this is throwing me off. Matt Kenseth in a Home Depot car.
I know.
It's not Tony Stewart. It's not Tony Stewart.
Even then, this is like probably the last year where like Home Depot was on the car.
Did Home Depot not go to the 14?
No.
Oh.
No, Office Depot went to the 14.
But I knew that. I'm saying like Home Depot. Orange.
No, they left NASCAR altogether after this year.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you didn't want to do with Dale Sr., though, is make a deal with him. He wouldn't keep it. He was out there for one person.
Absolutely. Outside lane, white and red 36 car. J.J. Yaley talked about the equalizer of the draft. Tom Baldwin Racing, one of the underdog teams. Yaley up in 6th place.
Yeah, we've seen Tom Baldwin
Michael
run
Waltrip.
well here with Dave Blaney and others in the past. Expect him to be right
Yeah, I
there.
didn't even notice that they were talking about J.J. Yaley. He's moved his way up in the 5th now.
No.
With sponsorship and help grow this team.
Which I remember Golden Corral sponsoring this team a little bit, and I always liked their paint scheme when they had Golden Corral in the car. It was pretty cool. And on the back of it, because they would usually be at like super speedways when they ran Golden Corral,
Yeah.
they would say top 10 kids eat free. So if the Golden Corral car, which was a huge accomplishment if they get a top 10 for that
Right.
kind of team, if they get a top 10, kids eat for free. So, Golden Corral's taking a big risk,
It's like limit one kid.
Yeah, kids eat free, but we mean like one kid, all in America. Like whoever comes in first.
No, it's like one kid per family.
Know that you have to have that.
In the fine print.
Well, it's like if that kid eats for free, just keep going and get food. Bring it here. Bring
Oh,
it here.
that's Tribune buffet.
You can't back up there really because you can't do that for very
Usually sometimes when restaurants do like kids eat free, it's like you get a free kids meal per one adult entree. So if you have more, like if mom and dad goes, you have more than 2 kids, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
You gotta pay full price.
Well, that's about 25 of them in the lead draft. And the championship.
Did they ever make that Wonder Bread car in a diecast form?
But it's very early in the going.
You want that one? It's kind of hard to find now at this point.
I know, like during Talladega Nights diecast.
Like really, like
Fastest speedway, Talladega Super
I think
Speedway.
Furniture Road diecast like older than like when Martin Truex Jr. was really good, or like really hard to find these days.
Yeah.
And we invite you to enter on
That's like the darn Alex Bowman rookie car, Dr. Pepper.
I want to get that one so bad one day.
I tried to buy that for Danny's birthday a couple weeks ago, and I could not find it anywhere online. All I found was a 164
That was like how much?
that was like $50 on
It was
eBay.
like, please do not spend $50 on a 164.
I'm like, those are like toys.
33-degree banking, 5 stories tall.
I think when we go to Talladega on Sunday, that's gonna be my hidden like goal is like try to find an Alex Bowman rookie car if it's at all possible.
everything going on around you 3 and 4 wide at times.
I mean, it said it made like 200 of them, so there's 200 possible people that own that car.
Yep. So if anyone's willing to give up a Alex Bowman rookie car for Danny B, let me know.
Send him a DM.
Yep. At me on Twitter. Matt Kenseth says hi, Claudia.
Hola.
Hey, Matt Kenseth, you were in the lead a minute ago. You want to get back up there?
Uncomfortable position. That's what you don't want to get yourself into when you're battling for a championship. And
I appreciate the super chat there from Bake the Snake, $4.99. I wish Aaron's hadn't ended our sponsorship of the Spring Dega race. The Aaron's $4.99 had a nice ring to it. That it did. The whole weekend they had the Aaron's $4.99 to the Aaron's $3.12, and it's like I think they named them for that because it's like based on like Aaron's rental like specials or something like that.
Yeah.
So they really did have a nice ring to it.
Well, then that makes sense. That's kind of a nice play on thing. You
Yeah.
know? Play on, I guess, numbers or whatever. I was going to say play on words, but it's not words. It'd be numbers.
And it made for unique mileage wise. Like $4.99, okay, you're gonna have to get the 500 miles for that. But $3.12 was like that's a unique mileage range.
Right.
The $3.12.
Where does the Xfinity race to? Wait, was it Xfinity or trucks? What did he
It was
say?
Xfinity, which now I think think Xfinity is just like a 300-mile race, which it might have been then too. But
You've got somebody on the inside, somebody on the outside. You could hear it in his voice that he didn't like the position Jimmy was in. Fortunately, it's not out anymore.
Jim McMurray's in an Auburn car, by the way.
Yeah, most of these racetracks you can
Wait,
race
what?
your way.
Jamie McMurray right there is in an Auburn car.
Ooh, that's cool.
Can use his talent at Charlotte to separate himself.
Yeah, I think they made a diecast of that one too. Like just as us going to an SEC school, like that would be cool to have a diecast. You know, some of the SEC schools. Because I think there's been. I don't want an Alabama car just because they're a bitter rival, but
Right.
there has been Alabama cars.
That or Florida one.
That if something happens in front of you, you're basically going to have to hit someone to look at getting out of that. Never like to get myself in that.
I think it's too bad that like when it was time for the battle at Bristol, you know, Ryan Blaney ran a Virginia Tech car. I wish there would have been a way to get a Tennessee car out there, like have Trevor Bain drive a Tennessee car or something that
Yeah,
race.
didn't Michael Annette drive like?
He just did a battle at Bristol car.
Yeah.
Basically moving parking lot at 200 miles an hour.
Hey, we got super chat.
I appreciate it, Nicholas. $5. Hope you guys have a safe, fun trip this weekend at Dega. Enjoy every moment. We plan to. Appreciate that, Nicholas.
In that situation.
There's
It's
the
not like being in that
Biff.
situation for
There starts Denny's be diecast fun.
you're in that situation for sometimes
Why is Biffle's
10
face so
minutes.
cropped right here? This looks weird.
I know, you don't even see his hairline, it's so cropped.
Yeah.
Listening and watching that, so many times we try to explain maybe what a driver's going through.
He just took the lead though. $2 from Andrew Meyer. Appreciate that. Kurt Busch's Wonder Bread car is amazing.
I
Yes,
definitely agree.
it is. If I think that's gonna be her like watch out for diecast this weekend. Now that she knows it existed.
I think I knew it existed, like the thought of it, like, but I don't think I ever knew what it looked like. I think
Yeah.
you might have told me it.
And then the year before,
I know what happened to him.
he lost the draft.
He's slow. Okay, what?
He was always the wing point. Just kidding, not really that year. He was okay.
Okay, what?
In 2012, when Kurt Busch drove the number 51 car, and they didn't really have a sponsor, I think it was for the spring Talladega race. Yeah, they did that one. They did the Ricky Bobby May car, which I don't know if they made that into a diecast or not. If they did, I think it's very rare to find anymore. Just like the Talladega Nights diecast are almost impossible to find.
That's what I said earlier.
Oh, I take that back. You can buy them on eBay, but they're no less than $100.
Yeah. Which that's not crazy, because I mean, shoot, I'd see some people sell like a, Chase Elliott one, or somebody like just be at a door number for like $600-700 for a stupid diecast.
It's like you're more likely to find the Cal Naughton Jr. diecast, I
Yeah.
think, because I guess he's like the least popular one, I guess.
Speaking of Talladega Nights, I thought it was funny at work last night. There's a guy at my work named Greg, but I guess his birth name is Gregory, and he came in to work, and then one of my coworkers was like, oh, like I can't say an accent, but he's like, oh, Gregory, and I know exactly what he was saying. I just laughed. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh, Gregory. Do you know in that accent?
This is my husband, Gregory. They trained their world-renowned horses, who were also good.
It's like in somebody on the pole. That is no indication of their sexual orientation or something.
Joan Girard is currently sitting on the pole, and it is not an indication of his sexual orientation. It's just a statement of fact. That was a fun rise and fall to do, just being creative when I did that one.
Yeah.
I didn't make another rise and fall soon. It's been a while. Who would you guys want to see a rise and fall on? Oh, Blue Cup also just told me that Oreo Nation 3, the guy who put this video up, he is now at 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate the 3 guys who went forward and got him up there.
Yeah.
It hasn't updated on my end, but he was at 997 when we started this.
Yeah. Well, if he gets a view time, he can start getting monetized, right?
Potentially. I mean, YouTube does have to review your content, and if they see you just posted this, maybe, I don't know.
But still. It's one step closer.
Yeah, get some in there. Which I'm sure, as long as these are and how many people watch these,
Yeah.
he's probably got the watch time. So hopefully now, if he wants to make ads on YouTube, he can have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, they're great to have, and most of them do a great job. Yeah, I would always found you had to be I was very guarded as to what he was telling me because they're a long way away from the action. You're running 200 miles per hour.
But gosh, I love Talladega
A lot of
Nights.
them do a terrific job.
It's a good movie.
But it's ultimately
You don't like
your
it.
decision to make.
I think it's just like the true NASCAR fan in me is like, oh, this is so wrong. Like, I think I need to make a video sometimes like pointing out everything wrong with these movies.
Well, that's like that one guy. Oh, what's that? Cinema Sins or something like
Yeah.
the YouTuber. He just does videos in general, but it's like things that are wrong with certain different movies or whatever. You should do something like that.
I need to do a movie.
Too bad it's too close to Talladega because you could put out one right before Talladega.
Oh yeah, well.
But that would probably take too long because you'd have to watch a movie and then
Yeah.
all that.
I need to. I can always do that for next year's Talladega.
That's gonna be way too long. Too
But
much.
I can be ready though.
Okay.
One thing I need to do one time is there was a movie called 3, and it was an ESPN movie made about the life of Dale Earnhardt. And a lot of people call it.
For what?
A lot of people call it like one of the worst NASCAR movies ever made.
Huh.
So
Why is that?
just because it just seems like it's very factually inaccurate. So I think I might have to make a movie a movie review of that one sometime.
Greg Biffle on that inside lane, doing 116 car was leading.
So currently we have 100 people watching with us tonight, so appreciate everyone who's here checking us out. If you're new to the channel, leave a like on the video and hit subscribe to never miss one of these watch-alongs or other content on this channel. We do pretty much nothing but NASCAR content over here. Every now and again we might have some fun and do something different, but mostly NASCAR.
We, as in I'm on it. I help the channel too.
You do help the channel. What are you talking about?
Just kidding. I don't do that.
You're much prettier than I am, so.
But as things kind of settled down and started to get 2x2.
I seen a car went by too fast. It had Brandt on it. There it is, that red one.
Yep, you know who that is?
Who?
That's Justin Allgaier.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, that's funny because that's Justin Allgaier's current sponsor.
That's back when he ran full-time in Cup.
So he was what, in the 51? Is that what he was in?
Yeah. It looked
So
like.
was that still a crappy team, like it is
Yeah,
today?
at first it seemed like it could have been good because that team had been good in the other series,
Uh-huh.
but then they got the Cup and it just like sputtered out from there.
What?
So then shortly after that, he went back to the lower series.
What Xfinity team did he drive for before he came to Cup?
The same team he's with here, it was Turner Scott Motorsports.
Do they exist anymore? Okay, there you go, Reggie Paul.
That's what you want to know. A great opportunity to find that out right now.
Yeah, and practice doesn't do that for you. You don't have this kind of group. You don't have the dynamics of
I think it's weird. There's nothing else.
That's why these drivers will spend a lot
And the
of
track over.
time experimenting to see where they need to be on that last lap.
Kansas leading, Joey Logano second.
Because it's like, that's weird. We hadn't seen any. Oh, we missed one.
Oh yeah, so sorry about this. We missed a super chat here from Baked to Snake, $4.99. Appreciate that. If it weren't for Brian Wavecrest, Naughton would have been successful in helping Bobby win.
2 and 3 wide. They're just going to kind of cooperate with each other.
Yeah, so we just realized what happened. Chat just kind of stopped for us, so we missed a lot of y'all's comments here. So sorry about that.
Yeah, it was like the last thing it was showing was 5 minutes ago. I'm like, I'm sure in 5 minutes there's somebody that had said something.
Yeah.
Everybody around, and I won't have to deal with all those people, and they'll let him know if somebody.
Appreciate Weekly Podcast Mod handling some of the business in here tonight. I just saw a spoiler, and remember, no spoilers.
Taking care of
Wait, what?
That's the taking care of business.
Oh, he's taking care of business. Yep. Because Weekly Podcast Mod has been taking care of business every stream.
Okay.
I am a dork.
It's like, why does people watch you?
Exactly, I don't know why.
Yay.
But I'm glad they
yeah.
do.
Yes, I know.
Go Marcos Ambrose.
The draft blasting by you at the world's fastest speedway, headed by Matt Kenseth.
What team is Marcus Ambrose on?
Richard Petty Motorsports.
Huh.
Yep. They had.
So did 43 and 9?
Yep.
So I guess So after, did Marcus leave on his own terms, or did he get kicked off the team?
Yeah, it was kind of a peaceful departure.
That
And-
car reminds me of watermelon.
Yeah.
Running in the 8th position at the moment.
But, you know, he left, I think, I can't remember if it was after 2013 or 2014 I left. It might have been after 2014.
So then nobody had drove the 9 until Chase Elliott?
When he left, Sam Hornish Jr. drove the 9 car for one more year, and then they changed the 9 to the 44, and then the 44, yeah, and then when he retired, and after 2016, I think they went down to just one car with Richard Petty Motorsports.
These were the style of races she so far
Brian Scott retired in 2016.
I just said that.
Oh, sorry. Was not listening.
It's okay.
past experiences, and of course,
But I was telling you a fact that I remember, because that's when I had...
Oh, it's funny. Brad Keselowski did not even make the chase that year, and he won the championship the year before.
No, 2013. Let me think who won the championship. Tony Stewart.
No.
I want to guess. I don't.
Tony was 2 years before this.
I know. 2011.
Yes.
So I know 14 was Harvick.
Carl Edwards had been running around the top
15,
20. They warned him first
I don't
box.
know.
It comes up fast. He nailed it.
Do I
Stopped a little
know?
bit short. It'll be a four-time
And then obviously I know
championship
16 and
also
on because
for
I
Doc.
actually watched that championship race.
You should know 2013.
Greg Biffle changing right side tires. Ordinarily, the left side tires don't wear here, but because
It's
they're
very
gonna have to take 2
important.
cans of fuel, they're going to go ahead and put 4 tires on the left side of Biffle. No complaints on the car. Just trying to be able to get the car.
I'm looking at Jeff Gordon.
Biffle down and away to 70.
Give me a look. I'm just gonna wait for the names to go around. See. Okay,
No,
we're.
no, you can't just start naming people off.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at the people and seeing if I can jog my memory. But like some of these people in the back, I'm like, no. It's not Jeff Gordon. It's
It
not
was Tony Raines.
Stop. It's not Joey Logano. It's not Brad because he was 2012. It's not Austin Dillon. We know that. It's not Dale Earnhardt Jr. because he never won a championship. It's not him. It's not Michael McDowell. Not Bobby Lavine. No Jeff Gordon because I already guessed that. No. Is he in this race?
Yes.
It wasn't Kevin. It wasn't Kyle Busch.
Why would he not be in the race?
Oh, that's a stupid question.
Well, Denny
Mike
Hamlin,
Kenseth.
Denny Hamlin wasn't even in the
Mike
chase that
Kenseth.
year. That's weird. No, it wasn't Mike Kenseth.
Ryan Newman.
No.
I guess I could look for guys that are highlighted yellow. It has to be one of them. I give up. I've named everybody that seems feasible. No, I'm not giving up. See, I know one Clem Warrior because he hasn't won a championship before.
Joey Logano on the 22. Plan all
Greg
day.
Biffle.
To run up front, he's done just that. They work on the right-hand
He
side.
hasn't. He never won a
Gonna wait
championship.
on the
Did he?
fuel here.
He come close a few
No
times.
adjustments. Not saying much on the radio. Doc.
Just think.
Carl Edwards.
No, he never won a championship. But just
Kurt
think.
Busch. No, he was 04.
Yeah. It was a very important championship.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know why I overlooked him.
Because if he didn't have that one, he wouldn't be 7.
I don't know why I just skipped over Jimmy. I think because I just like, okay, he won in 2016. Like, that's it. Like, he only had one.
Yeah. You had 7 of them.
But
5 in a row.
I think that's what I did. I was like, okay, I know who won. Wow. Sorry, that was embarrassing. Jimmy! Sorry. I'm dumb.
No, you're not. You just had a blonde moment.
Like, why did Jimmy was not the one of the first person I guessed?
I don't know. I'm really surprised it took you that long.
Talked about that just a few minutes before the stop spot, getting yourself sorted out so you didn't.
It's okay.
He's not happy.
No.
Beep, beep, beep. That's what
That's him every week.
that tweet of his is funny.
Yeah.
Well, the frustration at the pit stop problem will only be multiplied by losing the drive.
Oh, he missed pit road. That's what happened.
Oh. Well, that's his own fault.
That's a lot of empty racetrack ahead. Now, Kyle could wait on Casey Kane here and have a 2-car draft because Casey's a little bit behind him. Yeah, that would help.
At that point, you're just driving around. You're like, I see nothing. I'm mad.
Yeah.
to be buried down. And in a situation like that, as a driver, you know where your pit stall is. You should know. And if you have to give up a little
Do they do one of those little ride along thingies, ride along experiences at super speedways?
I think so.
Ooh, I'd want to do that. Like, here we go, we're on the
They're not quite complete. They're being completed here. Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick coming in. That's practice.
It'd be neat to do one over at Nashville Super Speedway.
Yeah, but I think I'd want to go to more of the iconic
a big
NASCAR.
track.
Yeah.
That's something that we should look into doing next year if it's possible. Is one of those finally.
Yeah, gosh, they're just so expensive.
I know.
It's like $100 for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, shit, I'd rather do some other activity that lasts longer.
But also, it's like that adrenaline you probably get will probably last a lot longer than 5 minutes.
That's true. 5 minutes, one of those things probably feels like a lifetime.
It's probably gonna freak you out the whole time. You're like, ah, ah.
I'd be if I do the ride along, I'd be stepping on my imaginary brake, like slow down.
It's like they're not even going as fast as the real cars too.
Yeah, no, like here they go what, close to 200.
Yeah, they might go 150 at one of those.
Yeah, well, shoot, even going 100 miles an hour, I think I'd be a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because in a standard car, you probably shouldn't be going over 80.
Yeah, it gets a little wild when you start hitting 85 in a regular car.
Yeah. Well, I know that's a little fast, but I mean, you really should be going more than that. But like on a track, I'd be nervous going. I'm like, okay, you're not supposed to go this fast.
Yeah.
We've got to ride around on Bristol.
Oh, Terry Labonte's the leader. Good job, Terry. Oh, now it's Casey Kane. Oh, now they're not the leader.
Well, I was going to say, well, how was he the leader? He was really far behind. Did he not pit?
I guess he just pit or something.
Oh. But we got to ride around on Bristol for that Speedway and Lights thing last year. Or not last year. Why did I say last year? A couple years ago.
Yeah, but a couple years ago now. But
Jimmy Johnson going to lead that lap.
That'd be something pretty cool if if Nashville Super Speedway coming back, if they did some kind of light show for Christmas time.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with Bristol, like, it started on the drag strip, and you drove down that, and, drove around the parking lot, and then went under the concourse, and then into the thing, versus, like, I mean, I hadn't seen Nashville Super Speedway, but I imagine it's just mainly the track, and that would be real short.
It can actually hurt you. He had about 3 or 4 second lead on this group, and when they caught him, boy, they went by him in a hurry.
Oh, someone's getting hung out to dry. Who is this? Oh, it's Jeff Gordon. That's what happened to him. That was a replay.
There are 27 cars in this lead pack, Dave.
And all they told Jeff was just make sure you're not the last car in that lead pack. Apparently,
someone just brought a cool fact. I kind of should have realized it with the number, but I guess I didn't. But Terry Labonte was racing for Go Fast Racing at that time. The number 32 car.
Cool. Well, not cool for him. He went from driving for Joe Gibbs to that.
No, that was his brother, Bobby Labonte.
Oh.
But even Bobby's driving a 47 car at this point.
But didn't he drive for
You can beat that last
Go
car.
Fast?
You have to really drive your car hard and
Bobby?
make sure that you don't break the
Maybe he did it at the very end of his career. He didn't at this point.
Oh. Well, he did at one point, I thought.
There was a period where he was running for like a very bad team, I know.
Terry was the one who drove Kellogg's.
Yes, for Hendrick.
Bobby was Interstate Batteries.
Yeah. And then Bobby, I know he ran for some really bad teams towards the end of his career. And so did Jeff Burton. Like after 2013, Jeff Burton went to go race for some really low-tier teams.
But hey, I mean, whatever lets you race for a living,
Yeah.
Saw the piece on NASCAR Countdown of you were with us here earlier about how popular Junior is.
Of course, Denny Hamlin's in the lead.
He's good at super speedways.
I mean, no, don't tell me that.
Huh? Well, that's just a statement of fact. We even know today he's good at them.
No, I don't want to see him leave. Not this weekend. Yeah, you get hung out to dry.
When he first came here and started racing, obviously all of us watched and learned.
That's when Denny delivers, goes, no.
And my times of racing with Dale Jr., it was amazing to
Michael
me.
Root would be happy right now.
If you could have swapped his dad and Junior, I wouldn't have known which one was in the car because they raced so much alike at these types of racetracks. It was just incredible.
Look who's up to 4th place. It's Paul. Go Paul.
Besides the fact that he seemed to be in a really great mood, I think he knew what a good car he had for this race. Was talking about how much things changed from race to race here at Talladega. waving at Jimmy Johnson ahead of him.
Yeah, I think he was trying to give him some direction on where he wanted to go.
I did see that. Did you see that?
What happened was this?
He was like, wait a minute. Oh, my hand's on screen. Wait a minute. I think he was telling him some direction.
So how much things change from race to race at this particular track, even when the configuration of the cars doesn't change.
Yeah, that doesn't change, but what changes...
Wow, Beck Snakes come in really handy with these $4.99. Appreciate that. Jeff Burton drove a couple races for Michael Waltrip Racing in 2014, but retired after that season. Okay.
What number was he? Do you know?
Maybe it was a 66 car.
56 with Truex is in. That's Michael Waltrip.
Yeah.
Michael Waltrip.
Mikey.
Failed to lead in May. And that ended a 14-race streak.
Oh, everyone's happy now. Junior's in the lead.
This shows you how good
And the
he is.
crowd goes wild.
How fascinating. Jimmy Johnson.
Did we get to see Dale Jr. leading?
Yep.
We did. Okay. I was thinking it was until you had some kind of wheel or tire issue or something.
Yeah, 2017 was the only time I saw Dale Jr. race at Talladega, and it was an okay race.
Ricky Stenhouse won that one.
Yep. That was pretty cool getting, be there for a driver's first win.
Matt Kenseth leading Jimmy Johnson by 4 points in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship standings. Matt has earned 4 more bonus points in the chase for leading laps and leading the most laps and winning races than Jimmy has. That is the entire difference between them.
Yeah, that's going to count. And right now, Jimmy doesn't have to be leading, but he needs someone besides that 20 car beside him to be the lead. So Jimmy's going to help whoever that is, whether it was Dale Earnhardt Jr., who happens to be his teammate, or is it someone else, just as long as that 20's not getting to the strike first on these laps.
So right now, Matt and Jimmy racing for second place behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. And we remind you to stay tuned for our NASCAR nonstop coverage during the second half of today's race.
Fans of the NASCAR podcast, if you guys have not heard this yet, well, it was something pretty interesting. We found out who our guest is going to be this week, and we now have confirmation that Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 Central Time, on Eric Estep's YouTube channel, we will have Mr. Ross Chastain on the show.
Melon Man.
Yeah, the Melon Man joins the NASCAR Weekly Podcast.
I was going to say, is there a watermelon emoji? Yep, there it is.
Yep, so be sure to join in for that one.
And tomorrow you can spam the chat with a bunch of watermelon emojis, right?
Yep. Leave watermelon super chats, whatever. No, there's a watermelon in a pen from Denny Delivers.
Isn't there somebody's YouTube channel that has like the little Ross looking melon man?
Yeah, that's Nicholas Gray.
Okay, I was gonna say I remember seeing that.
Nicholas Gray is the only member of the Danny B Talks YouTube channel, and you can join. You can join as a member of the channel. For I think it's like either $2 or $3 a month. It's not that much.
What do I get if I join?
You get to be a Danny B super fan, and you can have exclusive content.
Cool, I want exclusive content.
You can get exclusive community posts and being engaged in that way.
I've already been engaged to you.
Oh my god.
I just
But that's if you want to. No one has to do that. It's just an option for people, so don't feel like I'm trying to make anyone do that.
Everybody else is on the lead lap.
Yeah, Kyle Busch is going to be the next one that's going to go a lap down. He's running by himself, and he's not very far in front of this.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth is our leader now.
Someone said, did Claudia have any idea that Ross was behind her in that picture from Bristol?
No, not at the time. I was taking it because I thought I wanted to. That was the first race we were in the pits ever, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted a cool picture of me, kind of like, I can't get in on the stream, but like holding my arms out. And with all the haulers in the background, I thought that would be a neat picture. Danny was taking the picture, and I think he was laughing, and I was like, "What?" And then I like turned around, Ross and I were both kind of laughing at the same time because he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, because I was like, look who got in the picture, and then he was walking by, and Ross was just smiling. I was like, thanks, Ross. And then she got a good picture after that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what,
no, that was a great picture. But
Yeah, that's a cool picture. But no, at the time, I definitely did not. I was just trying to get a picture of just myself in the hollers, and
I was like, oh, well, there's Ross Chastain. Just photo bombing.
and it's great because he was smiling, not like he was like awkwardly just
Yeah,
looking in the background.
it's like he wasn't just like, he was like, he knew what
that,
he was
or if
doing.
he was like just like walking, you know, he just appeared in the background. Oh yeah, look, there he is.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
So it's funny, but
I was talking about earlier. You see how Matt manages the lead about as good as anybody.
And we met Samantha Bush and before the Xfinity race, and she complimented your outfit, I think. Didn't
No.
She gave you some kind of compliment.
it was on my phone case. It was like definitely not what I was wearing. I was wearing a t-shirt and ball shorts.
What'd she say she liked?
My phone case. It just
Oh,
said
she
that.
liked the phone case. Okay.
I would say definitely not my outfit. That was when.
But still, you got a compliment from Samantha Bush,
Yeah.
the fashionista of NASCAR.
Yeah, but I was gonna say definitely not what I was wearing. She would never wear something like that. Athletic shorts and a t-shirt.
People would be scared if she wore that. It's like, are you okay?
You should definitely compliment that. You always say that, and I'm like, I definitely don't dress that nice. I go for more comfort than fashion.
That's fine. You look very fashionable tonight. Sorry, I'm weird. Up, caution's out.
The big one on the back shirt.
No.
And he's sideways.
I can't remember if there is a big wreck in this one.
Hey, don't tell me that. That's what I.
No, I just said I can't remember.
What was the cautioning for? It looks like they're still going full speed.
There's not a caution. They just accidentally put the graphic up there.
Oh, I was gonna say they ain't slowing down. I was gonna say, is this the? Yeah, there's the Nicholas Gray
Yeah.
with the little thing.
He said join in.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought I had
Yeah,
seen
so
somebody's.
there wasn't
profile
really a
picture.
caution. That was weird.
Very dangerous man. Nothing.
I was thinking this was still in the time period where you had to race back to the finish line to slow down.
Nah, that was gone at this point.
That's good because that was a stupid rule. Like I don't know why that was ever ruled because that could be just so dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle Busch, you're gonna get in the way of everybody. What you doing, bud?
I think it's funny that he might get bumped out in the round of 12.
It's like I'm so used to him going to the championship 4.
Yeah. Especially in the last couple of years, because let's see. He won last year. Well, how many years have we been in it since I've been watching? So I don't remember. 2016, it wasn't
He
him.
wasn't, but he's
2017?
been in every year since 2017.
17, 18, 19. Okay, that's only been 3
Since
years.
2017, it's always had at least Truex, Kyle Busch, and Harvick, and now maybe Kyle Busch and maybe Truex won't get
I
there.
don't see Truex. I mean, he hadn't. I don't feel like he's really had a good season when he has one win
Yeah.
at Martinsville. Yeah, I don't feel like
Which,
he's.
if he makes it to the round of 8, he's got a chance to win Martinsville.
He has been good at short tracks. Wait, who won Richmond this year?
70 laps complete,
Oh.
and the jostling for position continues at Talladega
Oh, look, 'cause I don't remember.
Jimmy Johnson, your
Gosh,
leader,
Harvick
followed by his
won.
teammate, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh,
outside the Crooked Road ESPN
Brad,
Picture
because we thought Austin Dillon was
Brad
going to
Green.
win.
One of the things that we addressed in
Oh, I didn't get to watch that race. That's why I couldn't remember it.
Yeah, it's Brad who
the
won.
draft in this particular race, and as we
That was
take
just a couple
look at
weeks
the
ago.
final
Yeah.
Yeah.
recap.
Well, no wonder why I couldn't remember it because I had to work that night, so I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah.
Because you did, I literally ran in as they had like what 3 laps to go or something.
Yeah, because I kept telling you, like, there's a guy in the lead who I can't believe is in the lead.
Trying to compose himself with that lap back.
Yeah, Casey Kane, another guy, got back early and then lost the end of the draft and absolutely got devoured by the field another lap later, putting another lap down. He's got a long way to go.
Brad Keselowski speeding on pit road.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
not good.
No, it's not good because he had to come back to a pass through, and when you do that, you
Okay,
lose the
when
grass,
was the
and you
other
go a lap
Richmond
down.
race? I can't find it.
As far as in the racetrack, too, a lap down.
One of the things we saw during the commercial break.
Okay, look.
Mentions it had been out front.
Daytona, Vegas, Auto Club, Phoenix, Darlington, Charlotte,
He's not
Bristol,
out there right
Atlanta,
now. We fell
Martinsville,
back to about
Homestead, Talladega, Pocono,
Dave, what's
Indy,
going on there?
Kentucky, Bristol, Texas, Kansas, New Hampshire, Michigan, Daytona, Dover, Daytona, Darlington, Richmond. And that we just watched like two weeks ago?
Yeah.
Like, where's the other one? Did they not race it in the spring?
No, they got canceled.
Oh, you said Kevin Harvick won.
No, I was going through the round of races. He won Darlington, and then I was trying to remind myself who won.
Oh, I thought you were saying Kevin Harvick won the spring one.
No.
Oh, well, I was like, why can't I find the spring one? Wait, what did that get replaced with? Darlington? Or the Charlotte race?
In Tony Stewart's 14 car.
It don't matter.
There he is running right behind Paul Menard in the Neon 27 and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now coming up behind them. Stenhouse having a strong run.
Yeah, he really is. Now, I kind of expected this from Ricky Stenhouse today. He likes this type of racing. He enjoys the challenge that it presents. And he knows this is an opportunity this year with this race team. If he's going to get that first sprint
We have one.
This might
But we're not
happen
bringing
today.
it.
He's seen a lot of drivers do that.
It's happened a lot here at Talladega.
Dale, you see that 18 car in the draft? He's lapped down. How do
Yeah, we'd have to show up a little bit earlier.
Yeah, no, I'm not finding it
I
up.
think that you have to look at the reasoning, and most of them will know that Kyle's got a fast car, that there was a mistake involved, and got that situation. But you're really not looking to help him, you know. He may be there, but he's fortunate he's got his teammate Denny Hamlin there that is helping him some. Otherwise, he would have probably...
I like the top two. Jimmy, Dale.
Yep. Boo, we're about to have none of those next year.
So we're losing all the iconic names like Jimmy, Dale.
Oh, what happened to you, Ricky?
Ate the grass.
Bulldoze.
Really looking at where he was going, but got off, and fortunately, he didn't tear up the splitter there.
Tearing up the splitter.
He's texting and driving.
That's a weird scheme, like with the black and the
Yeah,
blue.
that was not a good looking nationwide car.
Ew, no.
Pit stop, so they didn't have to worry about overheating the engine.
Okay. We're going for the list of people who are retiring. Jimmy Johnson
This is the best
will be
one.
retiring.
This is the best one.
Oh, well, hold on. I'll do it next time then.
That's the best one.
Yes. I wish that this would have been a real car. This is a custom that I have of Alex Bowman, and it was the 2018 scheme, but I reversed the color. Everything that was blue became white. Everything that was white became blue. And then there's black numbers with a blue outline on it. That should have been a real car. And then Alex Bowman has signed it, even though you can't really see it good.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's when he was eating his ice cream sandwich, wasn't it?
Yeah, which now he knows he can't have.
Wow.
And 20 do. If they're going to lead
Hopefully that
laps
won't
and be
fall
up front, then they're going to go to the back. They don't want to get
You're gonna hear. You just see him hit.
them if something happens because
Ow.
they need some kind of a separation race.
Okay,
today.
so what I started to do, I'll do it this time.
Sorry.
When the driver names come back around, I'm gonna say who all is either retiring or has retired now.
Well, retiring, I guess would that just be Jimmy? That would only be one person. Hey, Bake the Snake.
Wow, appreciate it, dude. You're really coming in. I'm gonna have a lot of money to buy on diecast this weekend.
Woohoo! That could be dangerous.
$4.99 though. Appreciate that. Stenhouse would have known by then that this is NASCAR, not Global Rallycross.
What's that? What's Global Rally Cross?
It's like rally cars and stuff.
What's that? They crash a lot?
No, I can't really explain it to you. That's like they do like off-road road racing. Okay, well, okay, I'll do it next time.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
No, I'm gonna wait till we actually get all of them. Yo, Danny, what are you feeling about my acting crew? I don't know. Did someone flip yet? Not yet.
So Matt Kenseth's like the Pied Piper here.
That's right. Yeah.
It just clicked on me. Are you in any ways related to Tommy Baldwin and Tommy Baldwin Racing? No, I'm not.
I wish you was. We'd have a lot more money.
I'd probably be doing a lot different things if I was related to Tommy Baldwin. And I have been. That's not the first time I've been asked that before either. But no, I have no relation to Tommy Baldwin.
Are you sure?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you have a distant family, but not that I know of.
70-lap green flag run.
Wow, that's kind of boring. 70-lap green flag run.
Oh yeah.
All right, get ready to start your retiring.
Oh, we're about to go to commercial.
Oh no.
Oh, Rick.
Oh really? Oh no. Obviously, I don't know. We're about to go to commercial.
Juan Pablo and Marcus Ambrose.
Oh, I see. That is a Richard Petty number.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah. Well, that was funny how that time I said, "Oh no!" I was saying we're going to commercial. Oh no, not.
Yeah.
Wow. And then when I was like, "Oh, that actually comment was
On
fitting."
the apron and not hit that inside wall.
Crunched.
Hey, Don.
Nuh-uh, there's no crash car.
See if he got a little bit.
Tip it down, send it back out there.
Okay, but he's got no point to be out there. But look, he's leaking fluids. He's done.
No, he's not. Patch it up. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. That'd be a cool custom wreck car.
Yeah.
And 60.
Hey, thinking of like crash cars and whatever, I was thinking of Ryan Newman's car. I seen, I think in the Walmart wave, they're coming out with the Cook.
Yeah, I saw that. That wave's gonna have a few interesting ones in it.
I know. I think just for like memory's sake of like being at the 500, not because he crashed, but like seeing that reminds me of Daytona 500, mainly because he was contending for a win. I think more or less, you know, because.
Wow, that's just air working right there.
But you know, I thought it would be neat to get that in a 164.
Hey, Mark Allen, appreciate the $4.99. Who is winning the championship after Sunday? So if you're talking about this Sunday and not the most previous one,
Alex Bowman.
I mean, if he gets to the championship 4, he might have a chance in Phoenix, but he's got to get there. Like, I haven't get into the round of 8. I don't know if he gets to the championship 4.
I said Chase Elliott gets to the round of 4. I'm confident.
Yeah,
this
I
year.
can see Chase Elliott getting there over Alex Bowman. I would love to see Alex Bowman there, but I see Elliott getting there more.
But who wins the championship? I say, based on what we've done, what like you've told me about, like best average finish at Phoenix, I think Kevin Harvick.
It points to him, but
Denny has a good average finish too there.
yeah, and Denny won the fall race there last year.
So it's like,
I don't know. It's gonna be hard. It depends on like who's actually gonna be there.
I hope it's I hate to say this, but I hope it's a 2018 year that you have your dominant people and then somebody just sneaks in there.
Like you think it's gonna be one of these two guys all year, and it's like, oh, Alex Bowman won the championship,
or Chase Elliott, or who else could I see possibly winning it? I could see Brad. I could see Brad winning it. I could see like underdog favorites. Like I don't see Truex. I don't see Joey.
Now, not that I want.
I don't see Kurt.
Not that I want to see him win at Talladega this Sunday, but if like Kyle Busch somehow won Talladega, I feel like he could get his way into the championship 4 in those next 3 races.
No, I don't believe that. He's had a terrible year. I don't think the win could pick up his momentum and he could automatically just have a fabulous rest of the season. I hope he don't win. Gosh, that would be sucky. Like, go to Talladega and like, yay!
Now, so far we haven't seen him win down there. So.
Well, and I want to keep it that way, at least for a little bit. I want to, since we're still fairly new going to races, I want to see a wider range of people, not keep watching the same person win over and over.
Yeah. Someone asked me who was my favorite driver when I first started watching NASCAR, and it was Jeff Gordon. At first, I started rooting for Jeff Gordon.
Dale Jr.
Yeah, no, then I switched to him in 2008.
It's kind of funny who I thought I wanted to root for.
Who did you want to root for?
Kyle Busch. I think it was the paint scheme.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, M&M's. Like, I recognize that brand versus, some brands you see in NASCAR, like, you don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that most people looking at it, you don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm on the spot. I can't think of something. But, like, looking at it, you don't know what. So, versus seeing M&M's, that was a very recognizable brand.
This is a very cheesy joke.
What?
How many drivers have hit a jet dryer?
One?
Just one.
Ha ha ha. What race was that?
The 2012 Daytona 500.
And a full fuel run. These teams were just shy of pitting under the green flag, so it'd be interesting to see if anyone plays any alternate strategies here when they need a lot of fuel.
Yeah, and tires really don't.
Someone said, how are you guys doing tonight? What in your mind makes this a classic race? I think it's just the fact that it's, any Talladega race can be a classic race in my opinion. Like, it's always entertaining to watch.
To me, classic race is anything I haven't seen.
Yeah, for her, she hasn't seen a lot of things. But also, I offered 3 choices to everyone. I offered the 2007, the 2010, and 2013, so it kind of just went like every 3 years and put it up to the poll, and 2013 was the clear winner, so that's why we're watching this one. Jimmy Johnson wins the race off pit road.
You know something that I wish Talladega had?
What?
Lights.
Yeah.
I think a Talladega night race would be awesome.
In the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Like, that would be a cool race to go, like, camp out at.
Yeah. I mean, shit, that'd be wild.
Yeah. It always is wild anyways.
I know, but I feel like once the sun goes down, shoot.
Marcus Ambrose and Juan Pablo Montoya were involved in an incident in the tri-oval. Ambrose losing control, collecting Montoya.
But yeah, I wish they had lights. I mean, a lot of people show up to watch the race, so it's not like they're a random track that they don't, sell out or don't even get close to selling out. Like,
yeah.
When we were last there, I felt like the stands were pretty packed.
Yeah. And I went, like, I never vlogged this, but I went to the Talladega Fall race last year with one of my, like, 2 of my managers from the Toyota dealership I worked at the time. So I did go to that one. It was really cool getting to see the number 3 car out on the track that Richard Childress and Johnny Morris, who owns Bass Pro Shops, was driving around the track.
Oh, cool.
And, like, I thought this was just going to take up, like, a few pace laps, but, like, Richard Childress, like, let it go full throttle for a little while.
Oh, neat.
So that was pretty cool to see that. Wow, Bake the Snake coming in again. $4.99, appreciate it. Daytona and Talladega, the only tracks where a driver can get caught up in the big one and still have a chance to win. That's true. That's true. You look at the Busch Clash this year, it definitely tells you that.
I know. That is a cool diecast.
Yeah.
I'm all about the diecast.
We love our diecast.
Hey, that's a video you still hadn't done. It's your little diecast video.
I know, I still haven't done that. Then again, we haven't got all the diecasts we're probably going to get this year, so.
What, you're going to do it at the end of the year?
I don't know when I'll do it, but.
Oh, shoot. Let's start this again. Is Cat still in here?
Probably. He loves his people, so he's going to hang out with us.
All right, thanks for talking. I'm not sure the rest of the group's going to be glad to know that you're still learning more as fast as you are. Thanks for talking.
Thanks, sir.
Matt Kenseth running second. Jimmy Johnson running first.
At the enemy talks, how many wins will Harvick end the season with? He's at what now? 9? What is that? 2 now?
8 or 9.
I'd say he'll probably get at least
And we talk about drivers, they just have that
10,
knack and that feel
maybe
for
11.
What's happening around here? They're at the front again.
I'm still surprised how hard they're racing each other today. You see the 2 tires on the pit road trying to get out there, trying to keep the other one from leading laps.
Look at the people who won the most recent restricted
Well, one
races.
off, I didn't see it.
Okay. One of them was Mr. Matt Kenseth and Jimmy Johnson.
If you're going to be in a wreck, you want
They
the
won
other
a
guy
few
to be in that
times.
same proximity so you play to a draw today. You know, I mean, it
That's
seems
what
to
it's
make
all
sense.
about, is trying to do something different. Yep.
Seems to make sense. So they'll be side by side in the front row for this restart. Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth have led most of
I'm
the laps
excited.
today.
We got Mr. Iceberg in here with us. For Charlotte, may I suggest a 2000 UAW GM Quality 500. It was a great race with 46 lead changes
Wow.
among 12 drivers and has a great finish. Plus, there's 4 uploads of it on YouTube. Choose from. Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
There we go.
I'm thinking that one,
Is that a fall or spring race?
that should be the fall. Oh, well, spring race is always Coke 600. So.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Okay. I'll probably always leave it to a poll. I'll let there only be 2 options. That one or the 2010 fall race at Charlotte. That's what I'll do for Charlotte week.
I said, yes, please don't pick a Coke 600.
Sloppy Joe says he's digging that Cats game in 2013. Of course they are.
Oh, is that the Jeff Brenton car?
Yeah. Someone said hashtag bring back Danny B Games. I haven't used that channel in a long time. Like, I
No,
think
oh my gosh, I forgot you had
I
that.
put up only 2 uploads, and that's it.
Johnson to close off that lane.
Yeah, it's just something you have to maintain as a driver. You know that you can't get out there too far because somebody's going to get some help.
For Martinsville, might I recommend the 2014 fall race? That's actually not a bad idea because I remember, like, I know who wins that one, but I did not watch that one because I was working at Bass Pro Shops that day and didn't get to watch that race.
Was that a good race?
I'm not going to say anything.
Yes or that was a yes or no question.
It is a classic race.
I watched one Martinsville one. I don't remember what it was though.
I think this might be some.
See, I wish you could tell me the winner because I know you pulled up a Martinsville race for me, but I don't remember what I watched.
Was it 2015? I think it was. It was Chase Elliott's first race, I think.
Yes, that was it. Thank you.
They feel very comfortable in these cars with what they have. That's why we're seeing them race so hard.
That's always a cool shot right there of him coming through there.
I'm really excited for Sunday to be able to see what the tower view is like.
Yeah.
Because we've sat in turn.
I mean, we've seen it kind of for Daytona,
But I know, but not at Talladega.
Yeah.
I mean, because we've sat in coming out of turn 4 our first time, and then closer to the start and finish line for the second time. So I'm excited to see what tower looks like.
Yeah.
Smaller spoiler here, and the back end, the stability of the back end of the cars was something the teams had to work on a lot at the start of this season.
Yeah, this package is way different than you see at the mile and a half and other short tracks, where that spoiler is a lot shorter.
Thinking about my coworker that she said it's going to be her first race on Sunday. Like, I think it would have been neat to almost have an understanding of what NASCAR is before I went to a race. Because I went to a race and I'm like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
I didn't know who any of the drivers were. Like, is this a good person? Do we
couldn't
like
get you to watch it on TV.
I know, because like if I would have just randomly watched this, I'm like, this looks dumb. But
well, this doesn't. But
no. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people like watch a bunch on TV and then get to go. So you're like literally so excited. I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to some sporting event. Like,
yeah.
You know, I kind of wish I knew who people were because you were like telling me what happened at my first night race, and I'm like, I don't even remember even literally watching that.
Yeah. Like, I still remember that one very good.
Oh, I definitely don't. I remember it rained, and then we came back the next day, or no, it rained, and wasn't it that day or the next day we went and sat in the Bruton Smith building because there was literally nothing to do?
Yeah. And then we got yelled at for that.
No, you got yelled at that for laying down.
It's like, I wasn't hurt anything, dude.
But yeah, I remember we...
But I still see that guy at Bristol every few years.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know who it was. I remember they gave out free popcorn up there.
Yeah.
That, and then I think that was the day I got an Eric Amarola 164.
43 cart with Waffle House on it.
Yeah, because that's what he was racing at.
Yep. That's the car for...
I forget I have that car.
That's the car for Moonhead right there, because he loves Waffle House.
Really?
Yeah.
Darian likes Waffle House.
Yeah, he just only gets to get it out here.
See, to me, there was always a Waffle House in my hometown, and we never went. I guess because Waffle House is just kind of like gross inside. I guess, I don't know. My family just never went to Waffle House. I didn't go to Waffle House until I was in high school.
Wow.
Is that crazy? And there was one in our town.
Well, in my town I grew up in, we didn't have a Waffle House there. We had the Waffle King, which is basically like a Waffle House, but it's not.
Knock off.
Like, it literally feels the same as a Waffle
It does.
House.
I mean, I'm right there with you. Yeah, it definitely does.
Has anyone else ever seen a Waffle King, or is it just me?
Just you.
Tell me in the chat. Has anyone seen a Waffle King? At Danny B Talks, I know your favorite driver is Bowman. What about the race he almost died in 2012? Exaltra 230 at Daytona Nationwide race. Bowman and Larson. That'd be a good one for sometime.
Just you, Danny. See, I told you. But yeah, I went when I was in high school. When I was at a state competition in Nashville, we were at a hotel and they were like, "Oh, let's go to Waffle." I mean, we're there with no car, and the hotel there was obviously nothing to eat. It was in the Opryland Hotel, and there's a Waffle House across. So they got it called. This was, I guess, before like Uber or anything else was like a thing. They called a taxi for us to go across the street to get Waffle House.
Wow.
Like versus nowadays, you can do DoorDash, Postmates, all the food delivery, or you can get an Uber just to go across the street.
I do Postmates every now and again. I'm surprised I've never gotten a Waffle House request.
I don't know if they participate in that.
You would think they would.
being up front gives them that.
But anyways, I thought that was funny that we got a taxi to go across the street.
Yeah.
But that's the first time. Well, yeah, I think that's the first time in a long time I've ever been in a taxi. But I thought that was funny, and eating it for the first time, I was like, "What's the big deal about this place?" And then I've eaten there a couple times with you. I mean, I think it's okay. It's not like I'm dying to go there.
Yeah.
I think because the atmosphere feels kind of dirty. I think the food's good. It's just kind of the atmosphere is a little.
I really like waffle and bacon is classic and everything, but they have like those hash brown bowls, and I really like those.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, they put the hash browns, eggs, and was it like gravy or something?
Yeah, things like that. Or you can get the like Philly cheesesteak one.
That's the one you like.
Yeah.
With this low downforce package and these
Bless
dynamic situations they find themselves in, we saw Marcus Ambrose just lose at the trial.
When you find yourself back here where all the air is really...
Oh, Jimmy Johnson led most of this race.
Cars drive quite a bit different.
34 cars on the lead lap. In this draft,
Boyer's right there, isn't that him?
Yep.
It's so funny in a super speedway race. Like you'll see names like you're not used to seeing up front. It's like, where'd you come from?
It's like Paul Menard was usually always up in like the top 10 in these races.
Yeah, because I remember when we went to Talladega, I think in 2017, when he like close to the front.
Yeah, I thought he could win that one.
Yeah.
Speaking of him, the 21 car beside him, that's Trevor Bain driving that one.
Cool. I hope for this Sunday's race we either see somebody who don't win a lot / get the first win. Well, I guess that's it. So I mean, I don't want to. I really hope it's not like a Brad, like any Penske drivers or Kevin or.
I hope it's just
Denny.
I hope it's just Bowman. I want to see Bowman win.
Chase Elliott wins.
I'd be okay with him. I want to see Bowman win.
Yes, I mean obviously I do too.
In my original playoff predictions, I had Chase Elliott winning this race.
Right.
It really makes you appreciate how good the drivers have gotten to be at this. The skill level that they bring to this is just incredible. Because we used to see them running this, and that
All right, I said I was going to do this earlier, but then the caution came out. So let me go through and say who all's gone, who all's going. Johnson.
Are you keeping a tally on your fingers?
I don't care. Johnson going. Boyer, he's staying for now. Maybe going. Don't know. Earnhardt Jr. gone. Almirola here. Kurt Busch here. Bain gone. Kind of back in the Truck Series. Stenhouse here. Menard gone. McMurray gone. Kyle Busch here. Truex here. Hamlin here. Allgaier gone from Cup. He's down in Xfinity now. Mears gone. Witt gone. Quaffle gone. Patrick gone. Dillon is here. Dave Blaney, that's who that one is, gone. David Rudman gone. McDowell is here. Logano's here. Burton is gone. Kenseth is gonna be gone.
Well, yeah.
He's gonna be gone for good this time, I think. Biffle is gone. Occasionally comes to the Truck Series. Edwards is gone. Sadly, he could easily still be here. Gilliland is gone for the most part. He's kind of a Truck Series owner now. Reagan is gone. Maybe sometimes races in.
Okay, you're missing them.
Wise is gone. Yaley is here. Newman's here. Harvick's here. Gordon gone. Waltrip gone. Aw.
I was saying you're taking too long to explain.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, against each other.
I don't know. I think got up to like 19 or something like that.
A lot of racing left to go at the world's fastest
Yeah,
speedway.
100 laps to go.
Here's the fight for the lead. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth.
What did you do that for?
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Talladega Super Speedway in the race for the lead.
We're gonna be there this Sunday.
Okay, I think they get it. Chill.
NASCAR.com has all your latest NASCAR information. That information would tell you Dale Earnhardt Jr. is out in front of this race, not by much. Jimmy Johnson to his inside.
Whoa, Junior's in the front. I'm here to tell you, Junior, by golly.
For an engine failure on lap 2, another for a two-car crash at lap 78. Haven't had the big one yet. We've had 13 different drivers pace laps in this race, 28 lead changes. Top two in the championship have been in the mix at the front of the pack. In fact, they've led the most laps, the two of them.
So think about, you know, us going and everything. Like, I anticipate a big wreck happening, but I just hope that, you know, it's nothing too crazy like we saw at Daytona. Like, I'm good never seeing anything like that again.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like scared like something will happen, like a playoff driver will get caught up in it and really get screwed over.
Yeah.
It don't. I mean, after the first race, it don't seem like they're too far spread apart. I mean, Austin Dillon is definitely in a hole.
Yeah.
Watch him win.
Maybe.
That'd be crazy. And like, well, he's under round 8.
He's won a super speedway race before.
I know, so don't cut him out. Literally, you can. Like, hadn't David Reagan won at a super speedway?
2 times.
Yeah, there you go. See, like you wouldn't count him competitive from week to week. Oh, Junior made a move. Go.
Junior's tired of running behind him.
My turn.
Not his job. Not his agenda today. That's right. I was going to say, though, I don't think Ken's the 20 car is as good this run as he's been all day.
Oh.
That 48 car, though, and 88, very strong. They seem to have the ability to move around people in the pack a lot more than a lot of others in the field.
If I had to pick which one I thought was the best, I think it's the 88 car, though.
I do too, but yeah, what I'm interested in is how different it is for Jimmy Johnson racing with these
When we get
cars,
to the championship week, we should probably watch one of the classic, like, I guess, like homestead races.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make any sense to watch a Phoenix one where, you know, there's no championship on the line or anything.
No.
And even though Junior pushed Jimmy to a win here one time, I don't think that was what they like to do. They enjoy this style and the challenge that it brings, and certainly is shown now this year with Jimmy Johnson. His average finish versus last year's average finish on these restricted races.
Yeah, this year right here, I remember Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. were really good on super speedways, and I think that was the year where Jimmy Johnson won the Daytona 500 again. But that Daytona 500 was kind of boring, if I have to say so, because they pretty much ran single file most of the entire race, and like Dale Jr. never tried to pass Jimmy Johnson, just kind of stayed right behind him.
Seeing the Titans football pop up at the bottom, I'm going to predict the future. They're going to lose.
Why?
Why? Because they actually lost.
Oh, you looked up who won that game?
We lost 31-17.
Darn. Shouldn't be surprised. What was our record that year, does it say?
No, it just shows at the point, I think, which was 3-4 at that point.
Well, that was kind of like hit or miss.
And of course,
really.
And they were 5-2.
Himself a little while later, they only changed right side tires here, and the main thing he didn't.
Someone said, "Hey, Danny B Talks, if you are going to watch a classic homestead race, I recommend the 2004 Ford 400."
I already know who wins that.
Who wins that?
Carvez.
The last thing you want with a loose race car,
Does he win the race though?
Oh.
But it does happen.
I don't know that.
Want to be up in that fast pack, getting yourself in that
But didn't he win in 04?
Easy to lose
Yeah, he
control
was.
with
He was
that,
a championship.
situation.
He was a champion in 04.
Very smart driver, understanding the situation.
No, still me. I was supposed to say he was a championship. Kurt Busch was a championship in 2004.
He was it.
Yeah. He's like, I'm the gift.
The Titans record in 2013 was 7-9. Sucks.
Yeah, it's like it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either.
I mean, they still won 7 games, so yay, but they lost more than they won.
Your order has been shipped.
What did we get?
What are we getting?
From Lionel.
We just got found out we got a diecast on the way. Oh, happy day for me! Just got the email from Lionel Racing. Alex Bowman, 124, Cincinnati, California win is being shipped out. Yes! Cool. Track your package. Hurry up and get here. Want it now.
It's too early. Don't have any shipping info.
Yes, they will.
Your best situation, and what we've seen with Jimmy when others have
Show me now. Where's it at? Who's got it?
Charlotte. Lionel Racing with factory.
Someone off or anything like that. He's doing all the right things right now.
It's in pre-shipment.
Told you, it was in North Carolina. They ain't gone nowhere yet.
Well, cool. Glad that we get that one.
We'll just have to be aware when we went ahead and pre-ordered the
Someone said I should do an unboxing video. Maybe. I haven't done one of those ever, really.
You did an unboxing video.
Oh, well, yeah.
Long time ago, because your thumbnail's like, why is he stabbing the box?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was like a couple years ago.
That's when I was just getting started on YouTube.
Yeah. Go check that out. Why Denny B stabbing the box?
Yeah. At Enemy Talks, in your most recent video, you forgot the most important win on Friday/Saturday, Gracie Trotter. I did forget that one. I noticed after I got done, I was like, oh, I forgot to mention that. Oh, well.
Oh, we will, but this is so much fun to watch it. Look, Casey Mears.
Enemy Talks, who was your favorite driver before Alex Bowman? Easy. The number 88, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Well, what you watching there?
You? It's like, why is he stabbing the box? I was trying to pull it up, but...
You better not skip those ads.
Well, no, but I was trying to pull up the thumbnail, but it's too small.
Yeah.
But it's Danny going, ah, with the knife.
The draft helps equalize their chance.
Yeah, Michael McDowell in the 98 in the mix in this thing.
McDowell showing 11th at the moment.
But we did pre-order the throwback schemes, right?
Yeah.
All four of them. So Danny B better be paying attention to his bank account. Cause...
It's going to be a while before those are ready. So.
Well, I know, but still, boom, 4 diecast all at the same time.
Lap down in case the caution comes out. Driver with speeding penalty and a green flag pit stop earlier.
Or no, didn't we order them on yours, or what did we do?
I don't remember.
Hoping to get back in position to continue.
No, and I got stuff on my card on it.
I think you did because you were.
Well, we did it under your account because we got a pretty good discount.
Yeah, if you're, well, I'm sure a lot of people had bought diecast by now, but if you're a new account member with Lionel,
you can usually find a pretty good discount.
There's a 10% off discount. It's, I think, green flag discount code, but you have to be a new member. So I had never bought a diecast under my account, so I created an account. We saved a good amount of money. I mean, pre-ordering 4 diecasts, 10% off. That was pretty good.
Like I've never wanted a 4-car set before, but that was one where I wanted it.
Yeah, I think all of them look good. I mean, Williams, I think I could have done without, but I think it would have been it would look weird if we got 3 and not 4.
Yeah, you got to have them all.
And I would take the time to fix that too, because as fast as he made his way back to the front after that last restart, he can get there no problem. Matter of fact, I might pull that in a little bit further than what it's.
Be a chance to tune on a little bit.
Oh, that was also Ricky Stenhouse's rookie year that year. I forgot.
Wow.
Sports and experience speaking over there now, So these leaders last pitted at lap 81.
Which I guess you probably know that Stenhouse doesn't win this one because we were there for his first one.
Yeah. Was he close to the front?
Huh?
Is he close to the front?
So he's in second right now.
Oh, I see him now. I was looking at the blue car on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Who is that? Case
no, it's the 43 car.
Oh,
Yep.
As you get close to that, you get a little bit more out of your car, you get a little bit closer to that.
McMurray's car is so simple. It's just like black, white, and an Auburn logo.
Yeah. Well, I think it's navy. I don't think it's black.
I think it's black.
I think it's navy. Why would they choose black if Auburn colors are navy and orange?
I don't know, but it looks black to me.
Navy. You don't know your shades.
Okay, sorry.
Instead of racing for spots, they're trying to get themselves in a good position to make this green flag.
We don't have any more laps to go in this one. We're well over halfway now.
What's 70? I was trying to say 60, 70. I'm not good at math right now.
They're making it look easy, but it's very difficult.
At Enemy Talks, will you go to the Talladega race this Sunday? Yes or no? Yes, I am definitely going to Talladega this weekend.
Is anybody else in the chat going to Talladega?
Oh yeah, someone said it's black because the sponsor is Cessna. That's their colors. I guess they had to mute whatever this is because it probably got them a copyright.
So you get to listen to us.
Yep. So we are quiet as can be. You cannot watch this sponsor right here. Oh, wait. I think that's from some kind of movie. Yeah, it is.
Okay, this one guy says, NASCAR Dog 48. Danny B, I'm going to the Georgia-Tennessee game in 2 weeks. In Georgia, and we are going to wreck you guys.
Probably.
Who did Georgia play this past weekend?
Arkansas, I think.
Oh, well. Arkansas is usually no good at football. I hope Tennessee has a good year.
Yeah.
The last couple years, I mean, when we were in college, the first little bit, like, that was a good matchup between Tennessee and Georgia.
Yeah.
Last couple years, it seems like Georgia's always had the upper hand.
It's been one-sided, yeah.
It's been one-sided, but, like, I know, what year was it? What year was it when we did that Hail Mary? Was it your senior year?
Yeah, 2016.
2016. 2015 was when...
So 2015, I remember really good because I had to miss the first part of the game because I was working at Bass Pro Shops, and then I came back and luckily I could wear Tennessee like attire to work. So like I pretty much like was like get back as fast as possible to UT.
Yeah.
And then so I got back and like as soon as I was like getting close to the stadium, Tennessee started to pull it around and they come back and won.
Yeah. But see, those years, it was a good matchup, but like, oh my gosh, what year was it? 2017, my senior year?
Yeah, like the year after the Hail Mary one, it was horrible.
Well, that's when
they went to the national championship.
Yeah, so it was a good team. So, obviously it was meant that they were supposed to beat us pretty handedly.
That was wild.
But still, I remember Danny B was in town racing his little RC car.
Yeah, if y'all didn't know, I used to race RC dirt cars before I started doing YouTube.
But, wow, that'd be cool if you still did that. Like, you could put that on your channel.
I know, but there ain't no place around here that does it, so
no.
I have to go all the way to Knoxville.
But I was at that game with a group of friends, and I left by the third quarter. I'm like, we were losing like 30-something to 0, and I think the score ended up being 40-something to 0. I'm like,
yeah,
forget it. I'd rather go watch Danny race.
Did I go to the University of Tennessee? I did. Me and Claudia both did.
That's where we met.
That's where we got our degrees at.
Right side tires, Keselowski down the way after being a lap down, trying to charge back and get a top 10 finish, if not better.
All right, Doc, and the third wave of leaders.
What's your favorite paint scheme in NASCAR? That's so broad. That's hard to answer.
See, if we're talking like today, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess that's a hard question for an answer.
Well, answer it for 2020 season. We'll narrow it down a little bit.
Especially in traffic, which means pretty much all the time. They'll film up with fuel right sides only, Doc.
4 tires, Greg Biffle, windshield tearouts that don't.
I mean, I like Alex Bowman's Cincinnati car.
I like Kevin Harvick's Apple, Bushlight Apple car, the red one. What else? Kevin Harvick's had some good paint scheme this year.
That he has.
Even though I'm not a complete fan of him just dominating, it's like I want to see somebody else. I mean, I don't have a beef with him. It's not like I don't like him as a driver.
Ooh, what am I saying here about Alex Bowman's Cincinnati car? His throwback, that's way better.
Yeah. But Kevin Harvick does have good paint schemes. Trying to think.
Get all the gas in there.
Fill her up.
Drink up, car.
Trying to think if anybody else that I just notably like. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
The draft that's just now coming off of turn 4.
I like Noah Gregson's Bass Pro Shops car.
Yeah.
Jeff's got to stay down on the apron all the way around.
I know that's Xfinity Series, but
really all the Bass Pro cars this year look good, and no matter who it is.
I like the Eric Jones Irwin Tools car. I think blue and yellow just complement each other really well.
I'm really glad I found that liquid color 164 at Walmart.
Yeah.
That's a bad day gone worse for Casey. He's already a lap down.
There's Jeff Gordon blending into the pack.
Hey, there's Moonhead. Woo, 7-year-old NASCAR. You missed it. We were talking about Waffle House earlier.
Does he love Waffle House?
He loves Waffle House. I think he even says on his Twitter bio he lives at Waffle House.
Yeah, the other guys are out there drafted, and they're able to run laps that are second and a half.
there he goes.
Second and a half in this group's going to take you from the lead to about last in line.
So there's your leader, Eric Almirola. And Jimmy Johnson is going to be back in 17th place.
good thing for Jimmy Johnson was that he stayed up front long enough to give himself a pretty good cushion as far as the most laps led.
And he's got plenty of time to try and work his way back to the front from there.
Oh, yeah. See Kenseth, it looks like a push from 18.
And by the way, he's right back there with Matt Kenseth.
Moonhead said, yeah, I tried to get a banner that had the 43 on it from Waffle House one time, but the manager said no. That's sad. That's not a Waffle House you should be a part of. That's toxicity in your life you don't need, Moonhead.
They've been right around each other all day long. Top 2 in the championship.
What? You can have Waffle House delivered? That's a thing.
Oh, wow.
Through Grubhub, I see. I don't.
It's Grubhub that does it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure another company might, but that was just the quickest one I seen. Or I think Postmates too.
To answer your question, Goose Winnipeg, yes, I will definitely be going to the Nashville races next year.
Fans know the closer we get to the finish, the more likely it is.
Personally, I'd love to find a way to maybe get a job with the Nashville track. Like, that would be really nice, and then definitely I'd be there.
Back out in front, been strong all day, very much in the hunt for what would be a big win.
I want to get food delivered sometime. I think that's cool. Like the fact that you can get restaurant food, you literally don't even have to leave your house.
Yeah.
But I'm too cheapo to spend extra money because it's more expensive to order through the website because that's how.
Postmates does a lot of things. Like, if you order like so much, you get like free delivery and stuff.
Well, no, I'm talking about like, for example, the taco company I work at, like, they're more expensive to get them delivered, like per taco.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And then you got to pay a delivery fee, and then you need to tip your driver. So by the time you're spending an extra like $5 to $10 because you're being lazy.
I can tell you from being on the other end of it, where I do Postmates every now and again on the side, like, definitely tip your Postmates driver or Uber Eats or whoever you use.
But yeah, like I'm saying, like you would end up spending an extra like $10 because you were being lazy.
Yeah.
See,
I guess that's the convenience of it.
I know, I'm cheapo and I'd rather just go get my food.
I do like some of these apps though, like Postmates and stuff. You can place the order ahead of time and just go pick it up.
Yeah.
But not for every restaurant. Only some of them do that.
Well, for not being able to race, he's doing a whale of a job.
It must come around a little bit for him.
Mama said she did, speaking of that, did DoorDash the other day.
Oh, really?
For Cracker Barrel.
Huh.
I was like, well, that's cool. She probably thought that was pretty cool, just had it show up on her doorstep.
Oh, yeah.
Because usually my family's not super techie, especially my mom's not super techie and ordering stuff.
Steady drone of the engine at top speed all day long.
Yeah, I like when I get Postmates orders for Cracker Barrel because they're very easy. You just go in and it's pretty much ready and just go.
Stop talking about Cracker Barrel. Okay, I'm really wanting breakfast food now, like a good waffle and.
We might get that on Sunday before we go to race.
Gosh, we'd have to go up so early.
The lead draft is 20.
Oh, we don't have to eat it. We don't want here.
I know, but still, we'd have to get up early enough to eat somewhere.
Oh, we would.
On the 83 machine.
There's a lot of damage on the 78 left foot. He's hit something pretty hard in this draft.
All right, let's see what's going on in the race. We've gone on a tangent about Waffle House and delivering and.
Speaking of Cracker Barrel, tell me what you guys think in the chat. So there's some controversy about them potentially selling alcohol in Cracker Barrel. So you guys think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
Bad idea. It's more of a family place. You take the family. A very chill, old-timey place.
Yeah,
but like alcohol would bring in some rowdy people.
But you can get a mimosa.
Yeah, see, I feel like mimosas are more like of a chill drink. If you're talking about like beer and stuff, I feel like people associate beer with the TV and sports, and I feel like it'd be very rambunctious. Like, you know how, like a Buffalo Wild Wings would be on
sports. A lot of
sports.
people are saying it's a bad idea.
Yeah. I hate that place in general.
Oh, you're missing out, man. They got some good food at Cracker Barrel.
Sunrise Sampler is what I always get. I get breakfast almost any time I go there. I don't think I've hardly ever got
their
regular
fried
food.
chicken meal is pretty good there too.
I've hardly got any other thing. Like go at 6 p.m. dinner, Sunrise Sampler. That or I like their egg sandwich, which is like a sourdough bread with 2 eggs the way you like it, which I like it scrambled, and they put like a tomato on there, and it's side of hash brown casserole. And it's pretty affordable. It's only like $6 or something like that, which is pretty cheap for eating at a restaurant. It's like $5 or $6.
He said they needed at least the last gas run, which is 40 laps, and he thought they actually needed more than that, maybe a stop and a half. And that's where we are now. 50 laps to go. That's when they were going to start their charges.
I'm sure they know. If I'm going to employ that strategy, I'm going to wait way longer than that. I'm going to give myself a better chance, because we've seen
those Cracker Barrel chairs make easy weapons. Alcohol control.
Now I can definitely say that. We got a bar brawl going on at the Cracker Barrel. Someone get over here now.
But I just see like older people eating at Cracker Barrel, like, or you take the family, you know, that's like a good family restaurant. Like, if you're not, like, I feel like if you want just like a nice peaceful dinner, you don't go to Cracker Barrel, like, because that's like where you'll see a lot of kids and, you know, older people. So if you're not a fan of all that extra noise, then Cracker Barrel's not where you go.
Or you just get it delivered or to go.
There you go. But gosh, I love them biscuits.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't. She thinks they're too doughy.
I like the biscuits.
The cornbread's okay. I mean, I like cornbread. I'll eat that, but I'd choose biscuits over cornbread.
Where they need to be when the closing laps come up.
Okay, I'm really gonna make myself hungry, and it's almost
we're gonna
bedtime.
stop talking about food here.
Like, I haven't watched a race in probably about 20 laps.
Trying to charge to the very front and get themselves positioned there. If so, then, you know, there's no better time to do that than the present.
You see the 2-car Brad Keselowski.
So we got the lead. Dale Jr., yay, good leader.
Brad is second.
By the leader.
No.
See Kyle Busch in that group right there.
Oh wait, no, he must be not on lead lap.
Yep, he's not.
Kyle missed his pit earlier on a green flag stop, had to come back in. Brad
There's
had
Kurt
pit
Busch in
road
second.
speeding
No wonder, Brad.
earlier and had to make a pass over the green flag. A wild scramble today at Talladega on the track. Be a little bit of scrambling on Monday Night Football this week as it lands in the venue that'll host the Super Bowl, MetLife Stadium. Adrian Peterson of the Vikings visiting Eli Manning and the Giants.
Vikings versus Giants.
To turn around their season.
Wonder who won that one.
Begins with Monday Night Countdown at 6
Oh, look.
Minnesota, New York at 8:25 on ESPN and live on Watch ESPN.
Allergies are sitting back out on me.
Early football games today, building to a frantic finish at Talladega. The wild card race in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint
This
Cup.
is the
They're very
2013
clean
race,
so far,
right?
Yeah.
And been a great fight for the lead all race long between Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jimmy Johnson.
I'll be looking up who won.
I did look up who won.
Huh?
I did look up who won.
No, why'd you do that?
Because that's what we're talking about. The Giants won.
No.
Ha ha ha. Giants won 23-7. Wow, I guess this record was at the time they played each other. I guess because October 21st, they would have played, what, like 6 or 7 games by then, probably?
Yeah.
At the time, this was who's the least terrible. The Giants were 1-6, and the Vikings were 1-5.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible.
And they were advertising it as a big game, like Monday night, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, that's always set up before the season ever began, so you run the risk of them both being bad.
Yeah, well, they were both awful.
Lost the draft.
Gosh, speaking of the Vikings, Titans barely squeaked out a win yesterday.
Ain't that the truth? But hey, at the end of the day, a win is a win.
I know.
In the NFL, it doesn't matter the quality of your win; it just matters that you win.
Yeah. 3-0. Who do we got this weekend? Steelers, I think.
With a car, he's struggling with his handling. He's back to 24th place now. Jimmy Johnson.
Allergies.
Well, you'll need to take some medicine before bed.
Yeah.
Changes. A lot of action in this one, but very clean racing action so far.
I'll let you take it over for a minute while I go try to blow my nose.
Many drivers have come to the front.
Steelers are.
Oh yeah, 44 laps to go.
Dang, Steelers are. Yeah, you better hurry up. Steelers are 3-0, I think. Beat the Giants, beat the Broncos. But they barely beat the Broncos, and we barely beat the Broncos.
Yeah, so it might be a close game.
Yeah.
You can see right there how things just get shuffled.
That, and then they beat the Texans by 1 touchdown. So, we'll see. I'm going to sit in your comfy chair.
Everybody that were kind of 2 wide, now 3 and 4 wide.
All right. Jaguars over the Titans, but we don't talk about the game a week ago.
Now he's gone another lap down.
Danny B leaves the chat. Yes, he does. He has to go blow his nose. His He was almost crying his allergies were bad, but I think it's probably time of year and our cat's still in here.
Dale Jr. and Kyle Busch, now the top two, Jamie.
And Kyle Busch keeping his eye on the rearview mirror of the 2-car. Remember, they have history together, and it goes back as recently as 2 weeks ago in the Nationwide race. This is Kyle's radio.
You can remind Tweedledum that if he wrecks me here, it's everybody else, and he's going to have a whole garage full of people on him. Yeah, I see what he was trying to do there. It wasn't that. Just keep rolling on. I'll talk to him.
Well, perhaps he's just trying to get in Kyle's head, but Kyle remembers last year there were moments during the chase he feels he could have wrecked Brad, but he didn't. He expects Brad to race him the same now.
I feel like I know who wins this race, but I don't want to say it too early. I feel like there might be something that
A
happens.
little bit of a feud between Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski.
Well, Brad Keselowski's not going to wreck Kyle Busch here. He knows how dangerous that would be and put a lot of people in harm's way there. What he might not do, and what Kyle can probably expect, is not to get much help.
Danny B had some allergies, so I think he went to go take some medicine and whatnot, and then he'll be back. So surely he'll be back in a couple laps, and he can see the end of the race together.
Involved in a brutal crash at the finish of yesterday's NASCAR Camping World Truck
I feel like Dale Jr. is gonna win, but don't spoil it for me. I don't want y'all to tell me if he does or not, but I have a feeling he does. So I feel like that's why Danny B would want me to watch this one.
Back in the pack. Now to be up leading this race.
Somebody asked me who I think who would win, and I said I feel like Dale Jr. would win because I feel like why you'd want me to watch this one. But I said don't tell me if he wins or not. Panthers won.
Wait, about what?
I don't know. That's what Nicholas said. Panthers won.
Someone says the winner has a letter in its name.
The winner is a male. That eliminates one person.
Which I think everyone knows she never won period, so.
That's so sad.
To be considered a star of the sport and never won at all, not even in the lower series.
That
that got close.
Could have happened if it wasn't for the shoe.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of stupid.
I think she would have won that race.
Like, it would be that happened to her. Like, no one else, you know?
Yeah.
Who do you think would be the first female to win, like, in NASCAR being in the top 3 series? Who has the closest shot of being the first female?
I guess Haley, to be honest, just because she seems like she's going to be able to attract the sponsors that she needs to go to Cup one day.
See, I hadn't heard of this Gracie Trotter girl. I'm more interested to, watch her.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know there was another
She
female that
comes
was kind of
from a family, like, not anywhere near, like, as, like, wealthy as Haley Deegan, so it's really nice to see her getting, these big opportunities.
Because she's in ARCA, West?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. See, I want to watch a driver go from, like, ARCA all the way up to Cup.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I've got to see anybody do that. Like, the only person I feel like I've seen truly work their way up is Ross, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Did somebody start in the trucks? Yeah, I mean, because I rooted for Ross last year.
I mean, Riley Herbst is kind of working his way up. He's ran the trucks.
No, I'm saying, for somebody that I've watched go from trucks to Cup.
Okay.
And I think that's been the only person. Because I think of all the other people in trucks that I've watched, Noah Gragson, I guess, would be the next closest person. Or
that's true.
Who's another? Was Harrison? He raced in trucks. Yeah. When he was.
And he ran an ARCA.
But I didn't watch him in ARCA. I'm not asking somebody that's worked their way up. I'm asking who I've watched work their way up.
I got you.
Who I remember seeing in trucks and have gone up to
What
Cup.
happened to Kenseth? He's all the way in the back.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
And Alan, it's not that he can't handle
But I think Noah Gragson or Ross. Well, Ross is the one because he went up the rank real fast.
Oh yeah.
He's in trucks last year, contending for a championship. He's in the playoffs for Xfinity this year, and boom. But he's older though. I think he's more mature and ready for it.
Yeah, but then shortly before, even he was on like that Ganassi Xfinity ride and winning. He was with JD Motorsports.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't he be sick?
No, I'm not sick. I just got some bad allergies right now. Golly. We have a cat.
Is your eyes itch?
But they're more teared up than anything for all this.
Yeah, if it comes under yellow, absolutely. Yeah, you can do
Ethan.
that if it comes under yellow. Under green, he's going to have to get 2 tires to make
So we have a
it.
cat. Love our cat, but I am definitely allergic to cats.
He's my cat that I made Danny get.
I mean, he loves me.
Actually, he was my family cat from. Had him. My family had him since 2011, and then once I got married and moved out, I took the cat with me. So
And it's funny.
he became our cat.
His first few days here, he was so nervous about this house. Like, he did not seem to like it. But
He hid behind the couch like all the time.
yeah, our upstairs couch where no one knew where he was, and we were like, "Oh, he's so sad." And then, so we were going on our honeymoon, and her family needed to stay here for a week. I forget what was going on. I think about
They
it.
were redoing their floors.
Oh yeah,
They were
had
staying in their
renovations.
floors. Yeah.
So they had to, stay over here, and so that really helped him kind of become like accustomed to the house. And by the time we came back from our honeymoon, like he was just like so used to the house.
A lot of cars not driving that great right now, and everybody needs a little breathing room.
I was thinking, I was like, well, why did we take him before our honeymoon? But then I forgot, well, because my parents were doing the floors, the cat had to leave too.
Yeah.
So we just decided to take him at that point.
Next to the wall is where that single file racing takes place, and these guys get their breath.
Yeah, that's the last time they're going to breathe. That's what I was thinking. They know what's coming up. Yeah. So maybe they're just taking a breath.
It's funny, when we do these race watch longs, I try to guess the winner based on why you selected this race. You know, I'm like, oh, I think Dale Jr. won because, or somebody went, like, you know, I don't base it, well, I mean, Dale Jr. has been running good, but I'm like, I feel like he would have chose this one because of whatever. Or like when we watched that, what was it, 2001 Sonoma, and what's his name, Tony Stewart won?
Yeah.
You know, you said who went, and I said, I don't think so-and-so will win because I feel like you told me to watch this because Tony's going to come out and win. What do you know what happened? Like, I play it for based on why I think you selected this, not who I really think would win in the moment.
And it's funny, in my mind, I'm like, I'll just be watching this like, oh, I see the winner. There he is. There's the winner.
Hey, don't tell me.
I'm not telling you. I'm just like saying, like, I'll be watching it, just thinking in my head. That's what I'm thinking.
I didn't realize this armrest like lowered.
Yep.
Gosh, why'd you want your arms just dangling down like that low?
Yeah, I like it like that.
Nearly as intense, even though you still have to.
Well, I guess if you're a shorter person, you would almost be like this.
Yeah.
Like if you were like a little kid or something.
It's the hardest race you've done all day. You just thought what you were doing before was difficult.
31 laps to go. Dale Jr. still leads.
And have your car.
We're about to lap.
Every lap, you're getting the most that you can get from it, and it's tough. That's what you live for, to get to
Is
those
that
last
McMurray
10 laps of
down
this
there?
race.
No.
To see what you can do. You're glad when it's over.
But you also know that the most,
Somebody with the white hood.
Well, that's why I thought it was him at first.
It looked like it had a 3 on it.
yet to come in those final laps. We'll come back for the frantic finish, those last pit stops, and we'll see what happens.
30 laps to go. 28 laps to go. Oh, there's another commercial that they had to mute for copyright. I think I saw someone else ask, like, what was our cat's name? And his name is Shugs. Will you do a video when you guys go to the Talladega race? Yes, we always like to vlog our race trips.
Grand Flag pit stops?
Yep. They're happening now.
I like to record a lot of like trips we go on. I just think it's neat as almost like we use it like a what do you call it?
Personal home movies.
Well, that or like a time capsule. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like I love to go back and watch some of our old trips, like to Atlanta, like 2018.
Yeah, it's like,
or,
you know, if you guys watch the vlogs and enjoy them, great, but we do it more for us.
Yeah. But we're thinking of going somewhere for our honeymoon next month, and you know, Danny's like, well, we don't have to record that. I'm like, well, I think it'd be neat to go back. Like, he recorded almost our whole honeymoon. Yeah, I mean, does a lot of people want to see what we did? Probably not. But I still think it'd be cool to show our kids one day, oh, look, there's your mom and dad on their honeymoon.
So we might go on an anniversary trip, and we may or may not vlog it. We don't really know.
It probably won't have anything to do with NASCAR, so that's why we're kind of hesitant to film it. But
maybe one part might.
oh, that's true. We're not telling you where because we're not even sure if we're going. Cause
Yeah. 'Cause
we
of
have
the
flight
COVID
credit
rules.
and some places we're looking at has COVID restrictions that you have to have a negative COVID test once you get there, and if not, you have to quarantine for 14 days. So that's been a challenge to try to find a place that can give you a COVID test and get your results back within 3 days. A lot of them take 3 to 4 days, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to get there and immediately quarantine until I find out my results. You know, that's a waste of money.
Eric Keplinger said he saw himself in Danny's Daytona vlog. You should have said hi. I don't remember seeing you.
Have you met him before?
No.
Wow.
Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch,
Like you're a moderator of the channel. You didn't even say hi. Come on, Eric.
including Matt Kenseth. Dave?
He likes Michael Waltrip.
Alan, it'll be 2 right side
Well,
tires.
yeah. That's who started to like the Mikey man. So.
Okay.
Race car as well.
I couldn't remember if it was him or someone else.
Can they make the adjustments to give him the car that can race to the end, Doc? Kurt Busch
25 to go. That doesn't seem very long. Like, that seems like you waited kind of long to do green flag pit stops.
Another lap couldn't get on pit road.
Said I was on top of the garages and I didn't have access to the infield. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Oh, was that like the garage, like where we would stand on top of?
I think
By
so.
the big thing? And
Yeah.
that's where you film, hey, there's the iceberg! And, you know,
yeah.
I think that's the... Well, that's still cool. Like, even like if you have, what did he say, he had garage access?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like at Daytona, you can see a good amount of things even without the pit access.
Yeah.
Like, you still get to go do a lot of things. Like, get to see, like, they have the windows where you can see, like, them working on the cars, so.
Calling the shots on the radio saying right sides only, don't slide your tires. If you do, let us know. Just cracking the top 10 for the first time today. We're about to see what this 29 can do.
Oh, he had fan zone access, not garage pass.
That's pretty much going to do it for the cycle of green flag pit stops.
But still, I think there was, like, Daytona was so big, there was a lot of stuff to do in the inside.
Yeah.
Which I think with Fan Zone was more where those food trucks were.
Yeah. Which they did have some good food trucks. Whoa, I missed that. Someone went flying into the pits. Oh, it's Danica. Not
But
surprised.
She got a speeding penalty?
Oh, for sure.
Speeding in zone 1.
It's like she went speeding there. Oh, and then she missed her pit.
Oh no! Double whammy. If anybody's in the chat from Alabama, and if there's any kind of iconic place that we need to stop at and get something to eat, let us know.
Yeah.
I like to stop at local places. I mean, they don't really necessarily have to be local, but like chain things that are only specific to that region or whatnot.
Like, we've had Jack's. It's pretty good.
I guess.
We could try that Milo's place.
Oh yeah, I heard, or Milo's. Like I didn't know.
Milo's. That's what it is.
I didn't realize that it was McDonald's.
No.
But yeah, I forgot about that. I thought Milo's was only like a tea company until like recently. I didn't realize, like, because when you go to the grocery store, we always see the tea in the refrigerator section.
Someone said avoid Alabama. Well, there's no way to do that when you want to go to Talladega.
Yeah, we're in Tennessee, so we go Tennessee to straight to Alabama.
Lap cars there. That could get dicey here in a second as the leaders come.
I remember it being a nice drive. We went over some lake that I knew you really liked. Do you remember that?
Wait, say it again.
We went over some lake, and you're like, "Oh, this is nice."
Oh yeah, we did that when we came from Knoxville though. I think it was like that a W. I appreciate $5 coming in from Tyler Bryan. That's really nice of you. The fan zone at Daytona is pretty cool, especially during practice and qualifying days. That's how I met Brennan Gaughan, who's a great guy. Well, that's really awesome. Yeah, I enjoyed. I think we. I ate some kind of like a.
That?
Yeah, like a shrimp po' boy wrap, and watched one of the practice sessions there earlier this year.
That was cool. There was like bench seats in front of the big screen. So I remember just sitting there watching. What were we watching?
It was Xfinity practice, I think.
Yeah, or something like that. I just thought it was cool just to sit there.
Isn't that something weird to say? We watched Xfinity practice in 2020.
Gosh, I miss practice and qualifying.
Me too, because it made the weekends a lot better. Like plenty of things to watch on TV.
Yeah, like for example, like. Now, several weekends I've had to work, like, this past weekend, like, a couple days ago, and the weekend before that, I had to work both Saturday and Sunday, so I haven't got to watch racing in a while, but I would have like, you know, if I couldn't catch the race, I would like to catch, you know, something to see some kind of cars on track.
Right.
I mean, practice I think would be okay. I just maybe it'd be something I just have on in the background. But qualifying always, you know, especially if it was some kind of bigger race. I remember like sitting down watching it like I was watching a TV show. You know, like actively pay attention. You know, and get excited. Oh yes, and watching where, you know, certain cars would line up and whatever.
Cousin Carl is the leader right now.
What?
Well, he's side by side with Kyle Busch.
I was like, unless Cousin Carl is the nickname for Kyle Busch, I don't think so.
He was the leader.
Okay. I thought Kyle Busch was like a lap down. Did he get his lap back somewhere?
I guess so.
17 laps to go. Where's Dale Jr.? 10th. Okay. Well, in Talladega, you can catch that up pretty quick.
Well, look at Casey Mears in the Geico car running good.
Yeah, Kenseth looked like he has his car now. I saw him make a wedge and a track bar adjustment on that car in that 2-tire pit stop under green.
Personally, I kind of miss that car when it was a Ford. I think it looks better than a Chevy.
What car?
The Geico car.
Oh. So after this show, we'll be going rip Geico car.
Yep, no more Geico car. At least for next year. Maybe it'll come back.
That's really sad that, like, when a team loses a sponsorship, that shows you how much they rely on a sponsor. Like, they just close the doors. Like, it sounds like they didn't almost even try anything else.
Yeah.
Maybe they...
It's like, okay, we lost our sponsor. Anyone want to buy us? Okay, cool. Denny Hamlin is sold.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're shutting down. I'm curious if the Denny Hamlin Michael Jordan team will keep around any of the old crew members.
Yeah, I don't know, because it'll be probably pretty well aligned with Joe Gibbs, and I don't know if they'll have people to give them.
You think that Joe Gibbs people will have people to dish out to that team?
Maybe, we'll see. I think it'd be really cool to see them get Cole Pern to come back and be Bubba's crew chief.
I like Cole Pern.
Like, he still stays active and does stuff with like NASCAR, like YouTube channel I've seen, and NASCAR.com. So like he's still
on Twitter he's still pretty active.
So yeah, he still likes NASCAR.
Like, cause he would even tweet about the race. So like, you know he's watching. It's not like he just shut the door and it's like, oh, that was, you know,
like
previous
maybe you needed a break, but maybe you can come back.
Yeah.
They're getting really dicey here.
Well, it's 15 to go. What do you expect?
They were giving each other more room than that. Not happening now.
You can go to bed soon.
I'm not tired. I'm just trying to hold a sneeze in.
Then be sniffles.
Promise it's not COVID. It's just allergies.
McMurray in the one would have gotten that one if it was the last lap.
Cole Pern, where'd it go? Did engineering Connor Daly for the 2020 Indy.
Yeah, so he's still acting like he's, you know, wanting to be in NASCAR. Someone said laggy video. It looks fine on our end.
Get Stenhouse and McMurray shoot out of that pack.
I didn't even know.
Someone said, I remember who won now. Well, don't spoil it.
I think it's him. Is this the one where he goes something like, I want a Big Mac or something like that? And that's how he gets the McDonald's sponsorship?
No, that was the 2010 Daytona 500.
Oh man, I thought this was it.
No, because he come into the 2010 Daytona 500 and only had Bass Pro Shops on the car, and McDonald's was not on there. And he said, "I'm gonna go celebrate with my family and eat a Big Mac." And it's like, dang, you really did good by doing that one.
It's like, I'm going to Disney World.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He just said that, and he was no way sponsored by them. You know, like as soon as the drivers get
It's like maybe they were like on the break of a contract or something like that, and he could just maybe cement it like that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, shoot, when drivers get out of the car, I'm thankful to all these guys. You know, Miller Lite, Ford, you know, Snap-on. They're just rattling off all these sponsors.
Yeah. I'm curious if McDonald's will stay with Chip Ganassi or if they might go with Bubba Wallace.
Ooh, I don't know.
Because like if they stay with Chip Ganassi and they're with Ross Chastain, he needs to have like a McDonald's like watermelon slushy or something like that.
Ooh, no, that'd be cool. Like, too bad there's not really a lot of things that like do with watermelon, because I think you could really run with that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you would have to find like a company that does a watermelon flavored something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
David Reagan, winner here in May in that blue and yellow 34. One of the best in terms of having the knack for drafting. With the underdog front row motorsports team, it's go time.
But I wonder, like, thinking about like him, like it's iconic for him to smash a watermelon. Did they literally pack a watermelon for every race?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they would have to, because, you know, what if the off chance he won?
Which I guess, worst case scenario, they can just eat it as a team, so.
Yeah. Watermelons can get so big, and you can, like, there could be so much from it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like watermelons, so I wish I did.
I do.
That's why I like getting you those little small personal size ones.
Oh, those are the best.
Because they're the perfect size for you. I just dice it up, there you go. And it's seedless, which is the best, because I think that's the worst about. I hear people like eat watermelon because then you have to like spit out the seeds.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to get into a little bit of a bump drafting situation.
Alright,
Makes these
good
cars
to
hard
go.
drive, especially even on the straightaway, makes it difficult.
Sponsored by Credit One.
Not quite.
One to go. Just kidding, they didn't sponsor that.
He's dropped all the way almost to the end of the draft.
Alright, who's leading? Jamie McMurray.
Kevin Harvick had a problem, some kind of problem on his green flag pit stop. I don't know how he got so far behind, but he
Wow, there really wasn't a big one. That's
he
interesting.
caught this group now. He's
I mean, we still got 10 laps to go.
Okay.
Again, I don't remember if there was or not.
You would know if there was, so there's not going to be.
Understanding the draft, working his way forward.
That's what you said. You want to be going forward at the end of this thing. Looks like Harvick's going to be
I'm-
doing that.
Yeah, that's why you make up spots. Like, yeah, you might not get all the way to the front, but you're going to have a good point, solid day. And that's what Harvick is looking for here.
Austin Dillon, the rookie, he's up to third.
Now inside 10 to go. I'm kind of surprised they're strung out like they are.
He was pretty young at this point, wasn't he?
Gets that run and somebody to go with them.
Yeah, definitely in his early 20s at this point.
Jimmy Johnson back there starting to make a move.
Johnson has favored the bottom side of the racetrack about all day. He's the car that's down there now.
Jimmy, you were leading earlier. What happened? He's like, got out of line. Bad choice, bad choice.
It's like he's like, someone come down here with me. Let's go.
I see Matt's car starting to wobble a little bit more.
Man, did you see that? How he drove that through the drive?
And there's Carl Edwards, who is racing Kyle Busch for the lead in this race. Now Carl back in 15th place. But as quickly as you can be shuffled back in a couple of laps, you might find yourself being shuffled toward the front as things break out here.
Yeah, I think for Matt, his car was good when he had fresh tires. He was able to really be aggressive with it up front. But now, I don't think it. I think it's losing the handle again.
Yeah, just so interesting to look at this top 10 as it scrolls across the top there. Just look, as we show these, so many different drivers up there that we haven't seen up there all day.
So this is not on the format you win your end, correct?
Correct.
So this is just like random points.
Well, yeah, it's like they kind of reset everyone, and then it's like go, go, go.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it both ways. Like, I like the win your end thing, but then you can have like for example, Austin Dillon can randomly win Talladega this weekend and then be in the round of 8.
Yeah.
It's like, what? But the one thing I don't like, so I like this way, how they did it in 2013, because it's based on points, you know? It's like based on consistency, not just like a fluke race. But what I don't like is you could get down to the end and already know who won before the... Like, for example, when Chase knew he won the championship before he even got to the race, so he's just joyriding around the last race. Like, that's boring. But I guess that's a risk you take with that thing. I mean, that doesn't happen all the time, but... Or you could be halfway through the race and say, congratulations, Kevin, you're the winner. Like, how boring would that be?
I think a point system where it goes like the championship is decided on points, and then you still have stages and stage points, that would be pretty good.
Yeah. So there could be more variation, like, where'd you finish in the stage and all that.
Yeah. Like, I think that kind of thing would be good. Like, I don't mind stages. Stages actually is a pretty good concept.
I thought they would try it a little bit sooner. But they still have plenty of time.
6 laps to go, almost 5.
5 laps around a 2 2/3 mile track.
Who's your pick to win?
Now you see some of the guys starting to drop
John.
out of that outside lane down
Just
into
Gordon.
the inside. That's what Matt was
Tony
talking about.
Raines.
He wants to
Yeah,
know if
okay.
it's 5
Just
or
on
4,
there.
he wants to move down there too.
How long did he stay in the Cup Series?
I think maybe 1 or 2 years.
Oh, so it was very brief.
Yeah. And a lot of people were trying to say that he might take the 48 car. No, I don't see that happening.
I think he's accepted the fact that he's going to make a career in the Xfinity Series.
I think so too. Like, he knows he's not going back. I mean, you're one of the top Xfinity teams at this point.
Yeah. And has he won a championship?
No.
Doesn't have a lot of experience.
That's who I was pulling for last year, but he was like the underdog in that scenario.
Yeah.
But not a lot.
Yeah, but one thing we've seen, this racetrack has produced so many
But
first-time winners. It might be
cool
in
for
that.
Tyler Reddick.
You know. Yeah, and what he doesn't have either is anything to lose.
Yep.
Ugh.
Stenhouse and Menard.
It's okay. Only 5 more laps.
Oh, my allergy is 4 laps.
Okay, 4 laps.
In that mix, in the 36 car, but he is a
Alright, who do you think's going to win?
48th place.
I wanted the thing to cycle back around. I think probably most realistically Jamie or Dale. Because I know it's not probably Austin Dillon. It's not Ricky Stenhouse. It's not Paul Menard. I can't see who's behind at that point.
JJ Allen.
Okay, definitely not him.
And it's Kyle Busch back
I
there.
don't
It's
think
funny,
so.
this like whole top 5 is pretty interesting.
Junior's liking what he's seeing. He's not seeing anybody coming.
McMurray, Earnhardt Jr., Austin Dillon, Stenhouse, and Menard is the top 5 right now. Like, if we saw a comparable top 5 and we're at Talladega, I'd be very happy.
21st in line. Has led the most laps today.
There's the main thing that Jimmy's
And
concerned
Jimmy could
about
have
is
won.
finishing ahead of that 20 car. who's
He's not
right
gonna
there.
win.
This
I'll
isn't
tell
the
you
day
that.
he won. He led a lot of laps. The main thing is to be around or ahead of that 20.
Did you watch this one live?
Mm-hmm.
But Jimmy's not going to be able just to get in that outside line and sit. He's going to have to if he's wanting to work his way back, time's running out now.
You have a good memory. If you asked me if I watched,
2 to go.
you know, something like Michigan live 2 years ago, I couldn't even tell you who won that race and if I even watched it live.
Most NASCAR fans have good memories. So.
Well, I guess I'm not a part of the most. Unless it was something very significant, like Chase Elliott's first win. I definitely remember watching that. Or if it was like the Roval. Remember watching that.
Involve Austin Dillon.
You know? Like, there's certain races I do remember. But if you ask me, like I said, Michigan from 2018, don't know. Don't even know if I watched that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you remember some of the most randomest stuff. But you have a good sports memory like my dad. My dad has a really good sports memory.
Yeah. Alright. White flag.
All right. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be either McMurray or Dale.
Which I like both those guys, to be honest.
I know. I thought it was going to be Dale, and then when McMurray took the lead, I was like, ooh, maybe is it him? I was getting out of line.
Careful, Austin.
Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness.
Big wreck.
So they raced to the checker, or is that it?
Caution's out.
So is that it?
That's the race.
Jamie?
Yep. Little Jamie, baby.
Unfortunate for him, he was having a good race.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was going to be Dale Jr. this whole time, and as soon as McMurray took the lead, I'm like, maybe it was Jamie McMurray. And then that's when somebody says, oh, now I know who wins.
So technically,
so it kind of confirmed my suspicion.
Technically, when you were trying to say that, well, was this the one where he did the McDonald's thing?
Yeah.
No, it really wasn't. So
it wasn't, but wasn't this his last win?
I think so. His last points win.
Why did he win an All-Star race?
Yeah, I think 2014 he won the All-Star race.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a really random year. He just It's like, oh, did not expect Jamie McMurray to win an All-Star race, but here he is.
Yeah.
Oh no, someone said it. Yeah, someone said it was his last.
Yeah, because now, like, I remember you telling me that was, wow, cool for Auburn fans.
Oh yeah. So now I said, I think they made a diecast. I think that diecast is kind of hard to find.
Well, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Because it's a wind diecast, and I'm sure a lot of people would want to hang on to that. So if you're an Auburn fan, cool for you.
Someone asked me who do I think can be the next 7-time champion. I don't think anyone who's currently racing can be a 7-time champion, to be honest. I think it's going to be someone who we don't know yet, if there is another one. Yeah. I think he's going to win a few championships. I don't think he'll win 7.
I feel like some of the current drivers that have Cup championships...
Watch this slow motion.
They just got lifted up. What?
Chris Buescher kind of had a wreck like that, like in the recent years.
I think with leaving, the drivers who have current championships under their belt, I think they're too old to get to 7.
Yeah.
Like Kyle Busch, I mean, he's already mid to late 30s. So
he'll be lucky if he gets 2 more, I think.
So I think he's too old. Kevin is definitely too old.
Yeah.
Brad is getting older. Joey, I think, is the only one that really has a Cup championship that is still in the young range.
But I mean, he'd have to go in quite a few years of winning it consecutively at this point.
Yeah, and I don't think. I mean, I feel like I'm curious. Once Kevin.
I mean, if William Byron can come into his own one day, maybe.
Yeah. Well, people like Kevin. I'm curious once Kevin, Truex, Denny, and Kyle age out, retire. I wonder if the competition's gonna get weaker.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it would. But yeah, I don't know.
Good job, Jamie McMurray.
I saw somewhere somebody said that they don't feel like once those people retire out that the championship is going to be as valuable because you didn't beat a Jimmy Johnson, you didn't have to beat a Matt Kenseth, to beat a Kevin Harvick.
Maybe, but at that point, a few years back, beating Kevin Harvick wasn't as big of a deal as it is today.
Yeah.
So it all depends on the time period. One day beating Alex Bowman for the win is going to be a big deal for somebody.
Yeah. Well, and two, you can't control that you were born in a different time period that, that's who you raced against.
There's always going to be someone that's seen as the veteran. Back in 2010, you beat Jeff Gordon for the win. Great job.
Yeah.
Today, you beat Kevin Harvick. Good job.
Yeah.
In 10 years from now, you beat Joey Logano. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that or Chase Elliott or whatever. It's Talladega. Well, I wonder why the L's are a different color.
I don't know. That doesn't make no sense. Why the L's?
Chip Ganassi celebrated IndyCar championship the previous night with Scott Dixon at Auto Club Speedway by 27 over Julio Castroneves.
Cool.
Well, they had a good weekend then.
Someone said, you beat Chad Fincham? Oh, gosh.
Ryan Blaney will win 3. I could see that. I feel like
I think he's going to get at least 1. I don't know if he'll get 3.
I mean, he's still young.
Wow, his car got stained red from all that Gatorade and stuff. Or whatever they just sprayed.
Oh, gosh. Oh, boo, there wasn't even any confetti. That's half the fun. I wonder when they made that diecast, the race version, would they make it like a red tint?
Yeah, I don't know.
What a finish. First of all, take us through your
final win for Jimmy Mack. You beat Justin Haley?
I knew that our sensitivity was good in practice, and I just could never really get in the right line, but really,
someone said that Auburn symbol bathed in Alabama crimson red.
All right.
I saw the 17, the 88 coming on the top, and it just seemed like the top.
Anyone notice he stopped winning when they changed to one font?
Yeah, that is true. But they said that was his 7th career win.
I don't know how the last lap would have played out. I could see the 88 kind of trying to.
I'm glad that he got as many wins as he did.
Yeah.
It seems like people don't see him as a good driver, but he got quite a few wins.
See, I didn't see him as a good driver because he didn't do nothing when I was watching.
Really cool though. For Cessna, we got University of Auburn on the hood of our car. McDonald's. It's been our cars have been so much better this year, and we haven't been able to get to victory lane.
Wait, why'd they
She won
change the
IndyCar
one font?
championship yesterday, so it's been a good
When
day, but for
Teresa
me,
backed out of
honestly,
her
the best
deal
part
with
of this is
Ganassi.
that,
Oh, is that on his fire suit? Like,
Yeah, it's like Earnhardt Ganassi racing at that
Yeah.
point.
Look at
But when
this.
Teresa left,
oh, is that his little kid?
when,
Oh, that kid's probably older now.
when Teresa left, they changed both the font for the 42 and the 1 because they didn't want Teresa to come back and say, "Oh, you're using my brand."
Oh.
Before I'm like, gosh, it'd be so cool to get to have your kids in victory lane. So pretty awesome.
A lot of emotion. Take us through now. We heard Dale Earnhardt Jr. say that he had a plan, and the 14 was probably going to go with him. If it had come down to the final lap, how do you hold off on Earnhardt Jr. and others?
Well, I don't know. And the thing about the package we have right now, if you can get the third car in line to push the guy in second, it's hard to defend. You're just going to try to make your car as wide as you can. And quite honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm playing through that with 10 laps to go, I'm like, I don't know if it's a reality yet. It's going to be close. And with 5, I could tell he was being patient. And then when they could never get the bottom line to form, I'm like, it's going to come down to the first 3 or 4 cars. And, it's unfortunate that the caution came out. But for me, I don't know how I was going to defend that. I was going to play it by ear.
Hey, go celebrate with your family. That's what it's all about.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Jamie McMurray, folks, half of his career wins have come on restrictor plate tracks. And look
I mean, he looks like 3 or 4. He's probably
comes the kiss for Dad.
10 or 11 by
That's
now.
what he wanted.
About
To
7
celebrate as a
years.
family in victory lane today at Talladega.
Terrific scene. Well, when the caution comes out on that last lap, NASCAR goes back and
Alrighty, well, that'll do it. Top 10 is Jamie McMurray, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Stenhouse, Menard, Kyle Busch, David Reagan, David Gilliland, Mark Truex Jr., Ryan Neiman, and Clint Boyer rounding out the top 10.
All right.
So we're going to go ahead and pause it for tonight. And, well, Claudia, another race watch along is in the books.
Yeah, I like that one. I think that was a good choice. So I'm glad for people voting for that one. I think it was a good race.
So we have seen Jeff Gordon win our first one.
Mm.
Then it was Tony Stewart won. Tony Stewart won again. And then what did we do after that one? We did
Bristol.
Yeah, we did Bristol or Richmond.
I don't think we did Richmond.
Yeah, we did Richmond.
Okay, well, I don't remember that.
Yeah, we did Richmond because it was Clint Boyer won the 2008 race.
Okay.
Because that was when where Dale Jr. got spun out.
Okay. Sure,
Okay.
whatever.
And then
It's late.
And then we watched the 2008 night race, nationwide race at Bristol. Brad Keselowski won. And now Jamie McMurray has won our 6th race watch-along. So appreciate all the support, all the super chats tonight. You guys have been awesome as always. And as always, if you missed anything, you can go back and rewatch these streams for any time later. And until then, I'm Danny B.
And I'm Claudia B.
And we will be in Talladega this weekend. If you guys are there, be on the lookout for us. And we'll have masks on, but we're always friendly and happy to see people. Again, I don't think I have COVID. I just have some really bad allergies right now, so don't be scared of me right now. Anyways, though, appreciate everyone coming out here tonight. It has been a lot of fun, and we'll send you out with your typical NASCAR theme song to end the night. Take care. Bye-bye.
And don't forget the podcast tomorrow night on Eric Estep's channel.
Yes, podcast tomorrow night. Ross Chastain will be there. See you guys then. Bye-bye.